Live from Auburn, New York, Elmira Pioneers baseball is on the air as from Falcon Park, the Pios are finally back in action after a suspended game on Thursday night and a rainout last night. Finally, the Pioneers get set for their third full ball game of the season as they'll take on the Auburn Doubledays. Good evening, everybody. For the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network, I'm Farrell Hudson. We'll have your live pregame coverage here. Still about 10 to 15 minutes away from first pitch, but a very eventful couple days in the PGCBL. All teams have gotten underway with their season. Let's start first with the Niagara Ironbacks, the newest team out of St. Catharines, Ontario. Their first two ball games have not found success last night, opening up at Sal Magley Stadium and losing that ball game to the Niagara Falls Americans, who are at the top of the leaderboard in the PGCBL West Division with a 2-0 record. So that's something that Elmira has to look out for. Already 2 games in, and you're 0-2. Pioneers will look to right those wrongs tonight against a Doubledays team that's 1-0-1. They tied one game, 1-0 here at Falcon Park so far. But before we get to tonight's preview, let's take a look back on Thursday night's ball game. It was a pretty good one for the Pioneers. It was heading generally in the right direction. Pioneers opened up last Friday against Jamestown at home with a 7-4 loss to begin their season, but then on Thursday night they started to find a little bit more success. They still left 6 runners on base, but overall had a 3-1 lead at the end of 4 innings as they were taking the ball game to the 5th, and they were doing pretty well, especially Michael Geisler on the mound. He had 2 walks in the top of the first, but it didn't come back to cripple him. He had a walk to Cooper Loyal to lead off the game, got Paulie Goodness, Lemoyne College center fielder, to ground into a 6-4-3 double play, walked the 3-hitter in Christian Butera, but then ultimately ended up striking out Noah Brooks. Geisler in the ballgame finished with 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, 75 pitches, an earned run on 2 hits. So good job by the Pioneers pitching staff so far. Even you go back to last week, Bobby Boying and Garrett Rochon both giving the Pios a chance, 4 earned runs or less in 3 innings, keeping the ball game relatively close for this Pios offense that can certainly hit. You saw a lot of traffic on the bases and positive plate discipline right from the chute on Thursday night against Ian Goodness. Ben Rohde led off with a single, then the hit by pitch to Grimesti and a walk to Liam O'Neill. Then after a pop-up off the bat of John Simmons and a Shane Starr line out to the second baseman, Brandon Dubeck had an RBI, and Dubeck, the Lafayette College catcher for the Pioneers on Thursday night, he caught a couple games for Elmira last year. Dubeck, in his second season with Elmira, led the way with 2 RBIs and had a thunderous double down the left field line in the bottom of the 3rd inning, which helped open things up for the Pioneers. John Simmons struck out to begin the bottom of the 3rd. Shane Starr walked, but then the RBI double after the stolen base by Starr plated the 2nd run of the game, and the Pios never looked back from there as they lead 3-1. That ball game will be made up the next time the Newark Pilots come to Dunn Field, which will be Saturday, June 21st. That will be a prompt 6:35 first pitch for the originally scheduled game. We'll figure that we'll probably get the makeup for that game around 3 or 4 p.m. Now with that being shortened, it'll move the second game to a 7-inning ball game for the Pioneers that day. So something to look forward to for the Pioneers, and the Pioneers roll back a lineup that's more similar to what you saw in Batavia last Saturday, as the Pioneers in their 5th season, led by Andrew Drum, are going to lead it off with Ty Martineau out of Flagler University. Cooper Smith, who celebrated his 23rd birthday on Thursday, he's back in the lineup for the Pios tonight, and he'll play right field. TJ Grimesti, who is absolutely fantastic on opening night, hosts 3 Jamestown base runners. He'll be behind the dish tonight. Shane Starr, the extra hitter in his 2nd game as a Pioneer, he'll do the cleanup. Sam Gettinger out of Stonehill College will man first base tonight and bat 5th. Brooks Hicken is the DH. He'll bat 6th. Aiden Grabowski back in the Pioneers lineup tonight. Already his 3rd start, 2nd at the shortstop position. He'll play shortstop and bat 7th. Dylan Fatovich in left field will bat 8th. Kosei Ogura will bat 9th. And rounding out the batting order is the Community College of Baltimore County's Manny Esley. And they'll go up against the Auburn Doubledays starter in Brennan Hillman. Brennan Hillman on the season for him. Hillman coming out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and he'll make the start tonight against the Pioneers. And for the Pios, they'll throw Andrew Jones, and Jones against the Tarp Skunks was really good last Friday night. Had 2 innings, 4 strikeouts, ran himself into a little bit of trouble. Bases were loaded for Jamestown in the top of the 8th inning with nobody out, but they ultimately didn't come in to score. The left-hander, working from the left side of the rubber, had ice in his veins, was able to induce 3 strikeouts to end the inning. Unfortunately, the Pios could not salvage the victory. So for the Pios, again, a bit of a similar lineup tonight to what you saw in Batavia. Talking with Coach Drum, still said the first week is about utilizing different lineups, mixing things up, and that's exactly what it looks like it's going to come down to tonight, so can't really get a beat just yet on what lineup exactly works best. Pioneers batting 10 and Auburn batting 10 as well. The fourth consecutive contest in which both teams that the Pioneers, in a game that the Pioneers are involved in, are batting 10. So a little bit of a quick run now for the Pioneers. They have had a lot of days off considering they only played 4 innings of a ball game on Thursday. This is their first full ball game since last Saturday night's 13-1 7-inning Mercy Rule thumping to the Batavia Buckdogs on the road, and now it's a bit of a quick turnaround. That's how streaky and sporadic sometimes baseball schedules can be. You start tonight with the Auburn Doubledays, and then you move tomorrow afternoon to the Geneva Red Wings, who pull into Dunn Field. Geneva not off to a great start by any means right now. They're 0-3, worst in the PGCBL Western Division. Still a lot of time. And if you take a look at the league standings right now, Niagara Falls Americans in first place at 2-0, Newark at 2-0, Jamestown at 3-1 in third place, Auburn 1-0-1, Batavia 2-2, the Pioneers are 0-2, Geneva 0-3, and the Niagara Ironbacks 0-2. You take a look at the 2025 PGCBL East Division, Amsterdam, the defending champs, 5-0 to begin right now. Saugerties at 3-2, Mohawk Valley at 3-3, Boonville at 1-2, Utica at 1-2, Oneonta at 1-3, and Glens Falls at 1-3. So an early start to the season for a lot of teams. Niagara finally getting underway, Pioneers finally getting underway, and we should be ready for baseball in just a few moments. There will be first pitch, starting lineups, anthems, and more. Stick with us here on the Pioneers Baseball Network.
Without him, this would not be possible. And I'd also like to thank all of our sponsors. So when you look around the ballpark and you see all these great signs and billboards, and you know somebody that owns one of these businesses, thank them for showing your support for Auburn baseball. It really makes us happen. I'd also like to thank our Falcon Park team, Ryan Rose, Morgan, Jimmy. I'd like to thank our press box team, Mark, Ryan, Luke, Kira, and our behind-the-scenes team that keep everything rolling efficiently. Mike, Kelly, Mia, Nick, Josh, Jack, Maggie, Emma, Jack, Megan, Tyler, Mallory, and Zach. I'd also like to thank our Booster Club. Our Booster Club's mission is to support the players that play for the Auburn Doubledays. And that looks different every year in how we utilize the support. But they've been doing this in Auburn since the 50s. it would make things a little more difficult. So I can't thank them enough for everything that the Booster Club does for us. So Patty and your team, thank you so much. The 50-50 tickets that we buy are tickets that help provide things for the players. It could be housing, it could be dance, it could be meals, so it just helps keep us going. So thank you, Booster Club. I'd also like to introduce our new head coach, Mr. Matt Pedrosi. His assistant coach, R.J. Fletcher. Our trainer, John Ham. And of course, the players that traveled so far to spend this summer with us, and we greatly appreciate it. For 2025 Auburn Doubledays. So let's make some noise. We're going to play baseball tonight at Falcon Park and keep this tradition alive. Thank you so much for coming out. Have a great evening. Back to you, Mark.
No, it wasn't for in the car.
Got the meeting at home, so I'm going to read the Ladies and gentlemen, the student athletes of the Perfect Game CDL ask fans to support the goals with sportsmanship. Please help them to maintain a positive, competitive atmosphere as they strive to reach their potential as athletes. Courtesy to officials, coaches, and competitors is expected.
Welcome back to Falcon Park in Auburn. Both Matthew Petrossi and Andy Drum exchanging some lineup cards with home plate umpires. A nice greeting for the fans here tonight as Auburn Doubledays players just tip their cap to the fans here at Falcon Park as we're getting set for a ball game on a warm evening. There's been some poor rain rolling through the central New York area, especially in Elmira. The game getting rained out against the Muck Dogs last night on what was supposed to be West Division t-shirt giveaway night, but now the Pios travel here up to Auburn, and this is the first meeting on the season with the Doubledays. They'll see a lot of Auburn upcoming. They'll see the Doubledays come to Dunn Field on Tuesday night and then be right back here at Falcon Park next Saturday to take on Auburn. So they'll become well acquainted with one another, and the Pioneers, as I alluded to, will have to become pretty well acquainted with a quick turnaround schedule. A 4 p.m. game at home tomorrow afternoon, excuse me. So pretty quick order for the Pioneers. Ground rules are being talked about. Both teams will take the field. We'll have anthems, lineup, first pitch, and so much more coming up in just a few moments. Stay with us on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network.
Good evening, fans. Welcome to the O'Pinky Field at Falcon Park, and welcome to tonight's Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League matchup between the Elmira Pioneers and your Auburn Doubledays. The big starting lineup for tonight's game: first for Elmira, leading off and playing second base, number 6, Ty Martineau. Batting second for right fielder, number 8, Cooper Smith. And third catcher, number 29, T.J. Granovsky. Batting fourth, the extra hitter, number 5, Shane Starr. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 44, Sam Gattinger. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 41, Brooks Picken. Batting seventh, shortstop, number 4, Aiden Grabowski. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 2, Dylan Fatovich. Batting ninth, center fielder, number 1, Jose Altura. And batting 10th, third baseman, number 7, Manuel Estes. Starting pitcher for Elmira is number 18, Andrew Jones. The Pioneers are coached by Andrew Jones, assisted by Eugene Barber and Nate Crockout. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Auburn Doubledays. Leading off, second baseman, number 21, Tyler Bidlacqua. Batting second, third baseman, number 10, Josh Thompson. Batting third, shortstop, number 36, Adam Sullivan. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 31, Kieran Kehoe. Batting fifth, catcher, number 19, Anthony DeCesare. Batting sixth, the extra hitter, number 15, Troy Reeder. Batting seventh, center fielder, number 1, Sam Meyer. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 7, Parker Schwake. Batting ninth, designated hitter, number 26, Michael G. Martino. And batting 10th, the right fielder, number 16, Gianni DeCervo. The starting pitcher for the Doubledays is number 20, Brennan Heilman. The next backdoor is number 2, Charlie Zambito, and number 3, Sam Casentino. The Doubledays are coached by Matthew Petrosi, assisted by Ryan Fletcher. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we are calling you are able to please stand and remove your cap to our national anthem. The anthem will be performed this evening by Ms. Kira Dominic.
Welcome back to Falcon Park. Pioneers getting set to take on the Auburn Doubledays. Brennan Heilman has taken the mound, and the Pioneers starting lineup is about to be introduced. Ty Martineau, the second baseman, will lead off. Cooper Smith in right field will bat second. T.J. Gromesky, the catcher, he'll bat third. Shane Starr out of Franklin and Pierce, he'll do the cleanup tonight for the Pios, and he'll be the EH. Sam Gettinger at first base, he'll bat fifth. Brooks Hicken, the designated hitter, back into the lineup for the Pios for the first time since last Saturday. He'll bat sixth. Andy Grabowski, the shortstop, will bat seventh. Batting eighth and player left field, Dylan Fatovich and Kosei Ogura, the center fielder, will bat ninth. And rounding out the order for the Pioneers, batting 10 guys once again for the fourth consecutive ball game will be Manny Esley, the third baseman. They'll go up against Brennan Heilman, the freshman prodigy, going to UMaine out of Cincinnati, Ohio, most recently with the Watford Terriers, where he was fantastic, a member of the SoCon Tournament Championship team part of the first tournament win ever for the Watford Terriers. We know what their basketball team can do, has appeared in multiple NCAA Sweet 16s, but more memorably that one from a couple years ago. And also a great player out of high school, 346 batting average in his senior year in 2021, helped win the Greater Catholic League Championship in Ohio. He'll toe the slab from the right side of the rubber tonight, and the Pioneers are getting set to go. Once again, Pios played a 4-inning game against Newark on Thursday night. Was going pretty well for them. Scored at least one run in the first 3 innings of the ball game and got fantastic starting pitching from Michael Geisler. They got some good pitching from Andrew Jones in relief last Friday. He'll make the start tonight for the Pioneers, so not many shifts despite the rain out last night. They'll still stick with a lot of the same pitching rotation that Andy John told me the other day that he's pretty confident in right now. He can roll with a good 4 or 5 starters that are ready for this. So TJ Gramesti will be back behind the plate for the Pioneers tonight. It'll be his first time since opening night. Already 3 catchers in the opening 4 ball games for Elmira. You had TJ Gramesti against Jamestown, followed by Carl Wagner against the Batavia Muck Dogs last Saturday. He caught Garrett Roshan. And then on Thursday night, you had Brandon Dubeck, the second-year Pioneer and product of Lafayette University. Heilman has finished his warm-up tosses and the fire down to second base. From Anthony DeCesare, another player that is in really good shape. He's committed to play at the University of Delaware in the fall, coming out of a very competitive Section 1 in Yorktown, New York. He'll be back behind the plate tonight for Auburn. And he'll be doing the catching. A couple catchers on this team. But it's DeCesare and now Martineau in the box. He's ready to go. The first pitch, a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike 1. Ty, a left-handed hitter out of Flagler University, second game here as a Pioneer. Heilman fires the 0-1, and Martineau lines it just foul down the left field line. And the count advances to no balls and 2 strikes. Just underway here in Auburn, Falcon Park, 3rd game of the season for the Pioneers. Elmira has begun 0-2, a minus 15 run differential. Bit of a slight hole to climb out of, but opportunity to win here on the road. And then tomorrow against Geneva, that one straight into right field for a base hit out of the extended try of Vivacqua. So Ty Martineau leads off the game with a single for Elmira. So I'll bring up Cooper Smith to the plate. Leading the Pioneers in on base percentage. Cooper at least a hit in the first 2 games. Martineau, a medium-sized lead off of first base with nobody out, ready on ready matchup. Working out of the stretch is Heilman. And he fires a big swing by Cooper and he fouls it back 0-1. 0-1 from Heilman to Smith. And the curveball inside, taken by Cooper. And it's a 1-1 count with nobody out. Heilman comes set, working from the left side of the rubber. Martineau extends his lead off the first base bat. Smith sprays it foul out of play, right up against the screen. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Cooper. So 1-2 the count, nobody out here in the top of the first. Elmira and Auburn in their first meeting of the season. Pioneers will see Auburn again on Tuesday night from Dunfield. 1-2 to Smith, curveball line foul again. Great at bat being worked by Cooper here. Good 2-strike approach, he stays alive. Heilman comes set, 1 look at first. And he's going to check on Martineau. Ty was extending his lead 10 to 12 feet off the first base bag. And Heilman fires over to Kehoe. Look to see what Martineau does here. Steady diet of off speed so far executed by Brendan Heilman. Look to see if he goes the heater on Smith here. He does. Outside corner, taken for a called strike 3. So a good pitch by Heilman. He retires Smith on the backwards K. And 1 down here in the top of the first. So with one out, TJ Grimesti, the right-handed hitting catcher for the Pioneers, will come to the plate. Martineau led off with a single for Elmira. And Smith struck out looking. 8 pitches for Heilman in the early going. Martineau extended the lead off the bag, and the fastball taken high and away by Grimesti, ball 1. TJ appeared in Thursday night's ball game, played in right field, had an RBI walk in the bottom half of the second inning, reached base twice, and fastball watches it down the middle for a called strike, 1-1. Heilman's 1-1, and the breaking ball just off the plate, 2-1.
All of the strokes that
Heilman is 6'2", 200-pound frame, working from the left side of the rubber. Martineau, an 8-foot lead off the first, 2-1 with 1 out. Breaking ball taken high above the letters by Grimesti. So TJ's worked a 3-ball, 1-strike count with 1 out. Top of the first, no score between the Pioneers and the Doubledays here from Falcon Park. Heilman comes set. 3-1 pitch on the way. And the fastball dotted on the inside corner. TJ watches it for a called strike. So it'll be a full count with 1 out to the right-handed hitting catcher for the Pioneers. Heilman comes set. And the payoff pitch on the way. Grimesti pops it foul. Back behind the screen, he'll stay alive to see another pitch. Following Grimesti, it'll be Shane Starr, the extra hitter, and then Sam Gettinger, the first baseman. Pioneers once again batting 10 tonight. Starr in the extra hitter role. Brooks Hicken in the DH role. Payoff pitch with 1 out, breaking ball high, so it's a moot point. A walk for Grimesti. And the Pioneers have runners on first and second with 1 out here in the top of the first.
Elevated the extra hitter by Shane Starr.
So 14 pitches with 1 out for Heilman. And now the left-handed hitting Shane Starr will come to the plate. Starr walked and came around to score in the bottom of the third inning for the Pioneers in Thursday's ball game. Had a pretty loud line out in his first plate appearance as a Pioneer, lining it right to Newark's second baseman Dean Spada. They'll bat here with 1 out. First pitch to him, a high heater taken at the letters on the outside corner, 0-1. Just underway here in Auburn. Martineau leads off a second, Grimesti off a first. Heilman, 3 looks at second. Martineau extending his lead. And the pitch, fastball outside corner taken again for a called strike. So 0-2 the count to Starr. A Moortown, Vermont native and first-time Pioneer. Righty on lefty matchup. Outfield is at no doubles depth. Behind the first base bag by about 10 feet is Kehoe. Behind the third base bag by about 10 feet is Thompson. 0-2, this one dribbled to the left side of the plate, foul, out of play. And it'll do the 0-2 again. Heilman gets a sign. And comes set. Long look at Martineau off the second. 0-2 delivery, breaking ball, high and away, 1-2. 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball there from Heilman. 88 on the fastball so far. 1-2. Fastball outside corner, called, strike 3. Starr not too happy with that call. Watches 3 consecutive fastballs trickle over the outside corner. He's retired via the backwards K. Second strikeout of the ball game already for Brennan Heilman, and both have come looking. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the Pioneers' 5-hitter and Sam Gettinger. 2 outs, top of the First inning, Pios with a runner in scoring position with Hicken on deck. First pitch to Gettinger is a fastball low. Sam takes at the knees, 1-0.
It's capital W, welcome, number 2, Auburn.
Allen shakes off a couple signs. Martineau, extended lead off to second. 1-0, breaking the line down the left field line. Foul. Up against the side, it's 1-1. So the fifth batter to come to the plate for the Pios in the top of the first inning. 2 ducks on the pond. Pios looking to draw the game's first run for the second consecutive ball game. Fouled off by Gettinger, and it's a 1-2 count to the right-handed hitting Stonehill College product. 1-2 with 2 outs. No score in the top of the first. 2 runners on for the Pios. Breaking ball just fisted foul up against the screen, so staying alive is Gettinger. He was fooled by that breaking ball as it jammed to the knob of his bat inside. And a defense emergency hack there by Gettinger. To stay alive, it'll be a 1-2 again. Already 23 pitches in the top of the first for Heilman. Comes set left side of the rubber. Long look at Martineau. 1-2 pitch. A fastball grounded right side through for a base hit. Coming to the plate is Martineau. The throw is going to be not in time. The first run of the game belongs to the Pioneers. An RBI single off the bat of Sam Gettinger. Gramesti advances to third, and the Pios lead 1-0.
Okay, and they did 41. Yes. Hicken.
So with 2 outs in the top of the first, the Pios draw first blood, courtesy of an RBI single into right field from Gettinger. He'll lead off at first. Gramesti off at third. Great speed on the bases for the Pioneers. And now the left-handed hitting Brooks Hicken will come to the dish. First pitch to Hicken, and he chops it right back to the mound. An underhand flip to first base in time from Heilman to Kehoe, and that will conclude the top half of the first. For 1 run and 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We played a half inning in Auburn, 1-0 Pioneers on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network.
We are proud to serve Auburn hot dogs and sausage and Baltimore concession stand. We thank Auburn for their sponsorship of the baseball this season, including Falcon Park play. Again, tonight's game is sponsored in part by Wegmans. At Wegmans, every day you get off fast.
Oh, I think maybe the adapter got, because there's so many wires over here.
Yeah.
There's the thingy. I don't think it's just a little foul to play. It was just choppy. Which is weird because he had that. I'll stay here for a couple minutes and watch it. You can unmute whenever the inning starts and then switch it over to live. But I'm gonna keep watching. You're good. All you do is click home team and then it'll show up. Okay. So it's just going through sponsorship. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Back at Falcon Park for the bottom of the first inning, Andrew Jones for the Pioneers finishing his warm-up tosses. He'll take the mound, left side of the rubber, left-handed pitcher. In his second ball game of the season for the Pioneers, will go up against Auburn. The leadoff hitter is the second baseman, Tyler Vivacqua. It'll be Vivacqua followed by Josh Thompson and Adam Sullivan to come to the plate against Jones here in the bottom of the first. Jones' first pitch is a fastball, strays off the outer edge, 1-0. Defensive alignment for the Pioneers tonight goes left to right in the outfield. Dylan Fatovich in left, Jose Ogura in center. Cooper Smith is in right field. In the infield, left to right, Manny Esley at third base. Grabowski at shortstop. This one fisted off the end of the bat to the second baseman, Martineau. A nice play, throws off balance to first base in time. Nice play by Ty for the first out at the bottom of the first. Finishing what I was saying, Esley at third base, Grabowski at shortstop. Martineau on second, Gettinger over at first. DJ Gramesky behind the plate to catch Andrew Jones. So 3 pitches and a quick first out here in the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Josh Thompson, the third baseman, to come to the plate. Thompson, a product of Siena College, lefty-on-lefty matchup. And the southpaw Jones kicks and fires, outside corner fastball taken for a called strike. Followed by Thompson, it'll be the do-it-all shortstop for the Doubledays in Adam Sullivan. He's had himself quite the fantastic collegiate career at Division I Lemoyne, just down the road in Syracuse. Jones misses with a breaking ball low, and we're even at a ball and a strike. A loopy 64-mile-an-hour, 12-6 breaking ball from Jones. Andrew kicks and fires, and the fastball is outside, taken for ball 2. Jones missing outside with that fastball, 85 miles an hour. A commit to SUNY Niagara, one of 9 local ball players for the Pioneers this summer, coming out of Addison High School. 2-1 misses, and now Andrew's behind in the count, 3-1. Kick and fire, and the fastball is inside, taken for ball 4 from Thompson. So after 3 quick pitches in a first out, Andrew got behind the first batter in Vivacqua at 2-0. Got him to jam it off his fist and round out the second baseman. But now Thompson walks on 5 pitches. So the Doubledays third baseman will be on first with nobody out. Another lefty-on-lefty matchup with Adam Sullivan coming to the plate. Jones 2 looks at first, kicks and fires from the left side of the rubber, and Andrew misses with a fastball high. It's 1-0.
Very large stature, showing that really impressive range there at the plate.
Jones comes set, fires the 1-0, and Andrew misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes, so despite having an out, 7 of the last 8 pitches Jones has thrown have been balls. Andrew had a couple control issues in the first game against Jamestown, but fought his way back consistently in counts. And he'll have to do so here. Fires a fastball, clips the outside edge, called strike. So 2 balls and a strike with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Pioneers with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of an RBI single into right field off the bat of Stonehill's Sam Gettinger. And taken off for second base is Thompson. Fastball outside, no throw from Gramesky. It's a stolen base for Thompson. So it'll be a 3-1 pitch with 1 out. Doubledays with a runner in scoring position. Jones fires a swing and a miss, slider high fastball. Andrew got him to cut through it, and it's back to a full count. So 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Outfield at medium depth. 1 run lead for the Pios. Pitch inside, almost clipped, or did it hit Sullivan? Would have been ball 4 anyway, and it is. So it's a walk, 2 consecutive walks. As now Sullivan will take his base. It'll be Kieran Kehoe, the first baseman, to come to the plate. Kehoe, a native of Belmore, New York, achieving a litany of accolades on Long Island, a preseason player of the year and Silver Slugger, playing for the very well-known Access Baseball Travel Program, a Newsday All-Long Island first team. Didn't get too much time at St. Joe's, but he made the most of it in 5 games played, a 300 batting average. Righty on lefty matchup, the tall righty in the box against Jones. And the first pitch is grounded foul just behind the plate, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 with 1 out. Leading off the second is Thompson. Leading off first is Sullivan. 0-1, the breaking ball from Jones misses just inside. It's a ball and a strike. Pioneers did a good job of making Auburn starter Brennan Heilman work in the top of the first inning. Already 25 pitches for him. Pioneers will look to do more of the same in the top of the second. Fastball outside corner, taken for a called strike by Kehoe. It's 1-2. Already 17 pitches for Jones. Outfield at medium depth, middle infield at double play depth. Esley, even with the bag at third, 5 feet to the left. 1-2. This is inside from Jones, and we're back to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Doubledays with a runner in scoring position in Thompson. Pioneers were able to convert their first base runner in scoring position on the evening. This one fisted off the end of the bat into shallow right center field. That's going to dump down for a base hit. Getting a late start was Thompson, so he'll stop at third on a single dumped into right field off the end of the bat from Kieran Kehoe. And just like that, the bases are loaded for the Doubledays with 1 out. So Anthony DeCesare will come to the plate. DeCesare comes from a community that is full of baseball talent. The town right over from him, Portland, New York, not to be confused with Portland. Portland, New York, downstate in the lower Hudson Valley, producing some of the better baseball talent recently. We've seen Walker Panis High School. The Panthers have gone to state championships, done it with a lot of Division I talent. Sammy Staffora, who was a first-round draft pick of the Cincinnati Reds, he also played there. DeCesare, part of a competitive Dirtbags program in that one. Line foul off the 1-0 from Jones, so it's ball and a strike. As Thompson will lead off the third, Sullivan off the second, and Kehoe with the single in right field will lead off the first. 5-hitter at the plate right now, lefty on righty matchup. Picking in from the first base bag, Esley in anticipation, and breaking ball off the outside corner, fouled off, and it's 1-2. Jones has put himself into a bit of trouble with 2 walks and a dunked base hit into shallow right center. 1-2 coming from Jones. Fastball, cold, strike 3 at the knees. Beautiful pitch from Andrew, and he retires DeCesare looking for the second out. That'll bring up Troy Reeder to the plate for Auburn. Reeder, a native of Tampa, Florida, and an attendee of the University of Notre Dame. To drive in first runs of the ball game for Auburn. Jones misses high with a fastball. Backs Reeder off the plate. It's 1-0. Jones kicks and fires, and the fastball misses high. 2 balls and no strikes. Here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Pioneers with a 1-0 lead over the Doubledays from Falcon Park in Auburn. 24 pitches for Jones, a 2-0 count with 2 outs. Andrew kicks and fires. Fastball misses away again. And he's got nowhere to put Reeder with 2 out. 3 balls and no strikes to count. Jones sets and fires, and the breaking ball fouled down the right field line out of play. It'll be a 3-1 count. We'll look to see what Jones does here. If you're tooling with off speed, you might walk in a run, but also a great fastball count for an experienced hitter in Reeder. 3-1, and the fastball misses high. It's a moot point. It's the third walk of the inning issued by Andrew Jones. A run scores in Thompson, and that ties the ball game up at 1. So Sullivan will be off third. Kehoe advances to second, and Reeder walks in on the free pass courtesy of Andrew Jones. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the first, and another right-handed hitter. And the Doubledays center fielder Sam Meyer comes to the plate with 2 outs. Jones sets and fires, and a fastball on the outside edge called strike 1. Breaking ball in the dirt, taken for ball 1. A slow breaking ball from Jones. He made 62 miles an hour. I've seen him reach 85 or 86 with the fastball so far today. Fastball outside edge, called strike 2. Firing at the hip, and Jones is a pitch away from getting out of it. Pioneers scored, rather a run on 2 hits in the top of the first inning, a walk to TJ Grimesti. Advanced him to third. Grimesti ultimately did not end up scoring on the hick and ground out back to the mound. Jones misses inside with a fastball. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Tied at 1 here in the bottom of the first. 7th hitter to come to the plate in the inning for Auburn, and missing outside with a fastball is Jones, and we're back to a full count. Nowhere to put Meyer. Reeder will lead off the first. Kehoe off a second. Sullivan is off a third. Jones comes set and fires the payoff pitch, grounded into left field for a base hit. Coming in to score is Sullivan. Kehoe right behind him. He'll score the throw to third in time, and that'll get Reeder, who is trying to advance, but nonetheless 2 runs score, or 2 more runs score. It's an RBI single for Sam Meyer, and just like that, 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We'll go to the second 3-1 Doubledays here on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network.
Fans, we remind you that members of the Booster Club will be selling 50/50 raffle tickets tonight. So please support the team and give yourself a chance to win some serious cash. We will draw the winning ticket at the end of this day.
When you put 7 I don't know yet. You guys are good or something. I just turned my quality down a little bit. You guys do a great job. Every answer is yes.
Welcome back to Falcon Park for the top of the second inning. A 3-1 lead for the Auburn Doubledays. Heilman takes the mound. He'll go up against Aiden Grabowski. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 in the Elmira order. Grabowski followed by the left fielder Fatovich and the center fielder Kosei Ogura. Grabowski, the Pioneers leader in RBIs so far with 3 on the season. Chipped in with a 2 RBI effort against Jamestown last Friday night to open up the season, and then an RBI single against the Muck Dogs last Saturday. So the third run does not count, a 2-1 lead instead for the Doubledays. So in the bottom of the first, 2 runs on 2 hits. 3 walks for Andrew Jones, who ran himself into some trouble. 25-plus pitches for him as the Pioneers trail by 1 run. This one grounded down the third baseline, foul. So it'll be a 1-2 count to Grabowski. There with no one out, top of the second inning. Pioneers and Doubledays in their first matchup of the season. 1-2, Heilman comes set, kicks and fires. Grabowski punches it into shallow left field. That'll dunk down for a base hit. A couple feet in front of Schwenk, who will fire it back in and limit Grabowski to a leadoff single. So Grabowski's aboard with nobody out, and that'll bring up Dylan Fatovich, the Jacksonville, Florida native, one of 3 Jacksonville natives to appear on the Pioneers this summer, to go along with Ty Martineau and Brooks Hicken. Righty on lefty matchup, short lead for Grabowski off of first. First pitch is a fastball missing, just low and away, 1-0.
Hey, please come up here and say,
1 run on 3 hits and no errors for the Pioneers. 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors for the Doubledays. 1-0 with nobody out. Fastball clips the outer edge, called strike 1. So a 1-1 count with nobody out. To the left-handed hitting Fatovich. Next offering, a swing and a miss. Looks like Heilman might have taken a little bit off that. And it's 1-2 to Fatovich.
1-2 count. Fatovich falls behind. 30 pitches so far from the pitcher Heilman.
Heilman comes set. Kicks and fires 1-2. The breaking ball misses high to Dillon. And we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Definitely good up. Again, it wouldn't surprise me to see him go back to that fastball, which he does.
1-2. Fatovich fouls it back.
Down the left side.
Hard fastball over the outer edge. And Fatovich stays alive. A 5-pitch at bat for him. It'll be a 2-2 count with nobody out. Heilman working left side of the rubber. Grabowski extends his lead to about 10 feet. Breaking ball lined in right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. A big hop and drop in front of DeCerbo, who will fire right back into Sullivan. So 2 hits to lead off the inning for the Pioneers as they're set up for Kosei Ogura. Grabowski a single into shallow left. And now Fatovich a single into shallow right. As Aiden will lead off the second, Dillon off the first. With nobody out, another righty on lefty matchup with a left-handed hitting center fielder out of Coppin State to come to the plate. One look at second from Heilman, kicks and fires, and it drills Ogura. Or got away. Ogura claiming it drilled him. Nonetheless, Grabowski advances to third, Fatovich to second.
Now the bases will be loaded early.
And the bases will not be loaded just yet. Manny Esley coming to the plate. He's questioning, hey, that hit him. Home plate umpire says it did not hit Ogura, although it trickled inside. Looked like the ball might have taken a deflection. Nonetheless, both runners advance, so it'll go down as a wild pitch, a 1-0 count. Pios with 2 runners in scoring position, 2 hits in the inning. And now a 2 RBI opportunity at the dish for the left-handed hitting Ogura. Outfield is deep, so a base hit scores 2 runs. Heilman kicks and fires 1-0. Ogura on the ground to shortstop. Grabowski will come in to score, so a productive out from Ogura and an RBI. And the Pioneers tie the ball game up at 2.
Okay, the third baseman for 7.
So now, 1 runner on, and then 1 on second in the top of the order.
So 1 out in the top of the second. And a runner on second base for Manuel Esley. Esley a righty-on-righty matchup against Heilman with 1 out. Heilman kicks and fires the breaking ball. Big swing and a miss, 0-1.
That's Heilman didn't have early.
2 runs on 4 hits and no errors for the Pios. 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors for the Doubledays. Heilman fires, swing and a miss for the fastball. Manny behind that one. And speeding it up was Heilman after the loopy breaking ball, and it's 0-2. 0-2 with 1 out. Fastball swung on and missed for strike 3. So Manny's down 4 in the second out of the inning. And it'll leave it up to Ty Martineau, who's well off the game with a single for the Pioneers. So to continue it in on a good note. 3rd strikeout of the ball game so far for Brennan Heilman. And his first swinging got Cooper Smith looking in the top of the first. Also got Shane Starr looking. Pioneers looking to take back the lead. Fastball watched over the inner edge for a called strike 1 from Martineau. So 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Heilman comes set. Lana looks at second base, and time is called. As Martineau felt the need to step out, he'll collect himself and come back in to face an 0-1 count. A 1 with 2 outs, fastball off the outside corner. Ty takes for a called strike. Martineau didn't agree, and it's an 0-2 count. Bit of a quick stare back at the home plate umpire. They'll wait 0-2 from Heilman, working left side of the rubber. Fatovich is off a second and sprayed foul against the Doubledays dugout. Martineau lives to see another pitch.
So Heilman still ahead in the count of 2, runner on second with 2 outs on board.
Grabowski went off with a single, Fatovich then a single. Ground ball to second after a wild pitch, an RBI for Kosei Ogura. And then a good morning, good afternoon, good night strikeout for Manny Esley. Has it back to the top of the batting order. Conversation at the mound between DeCesare and Hillman.
That's the second time
Martin Lowe
where we've seen Heilman
patiently awaits and he'll step back in to face an 0-2. Meyer got their first run at the top of the first. Auburn with 2 in the bottom of the first, and now the Pios tie it back up. They're an eventful top of the second. She looks at second from Heilman, kicks and fires. Fastball misses high to tie, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Martineau quickly digging back in. Heilman started the at-bat with Martineau in the middle of the rubber. Now moves to the left side. Short lead for Fatovich off a second. Outfield remains relatively deep. Breaking ball line just fouled down the third base line. Would have been a run for the Pios. Martineau doing a great job working off the off-speed of Heilman. So we'll do the 1-2 count again. One, 2 with 2 outs. Heilman comes set. Fatovich extending his lead off the second, and the grounder to shortstop. Sullivan's up with it. Couple hops to throw across the 90 in time, and that'll take care of the top of the second inning. But not before a run on 2 hits, no errors. Pios stranded a runner on base. We played an inning and a half, and we're tied at 2 on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network.
To the bottom of the second.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to show our appreciation to the men and women who have given so much to
Traded out the bad seat for the better one. I said traded out the bad seat for the better one.
Yeah, this one also has more lows, so like I can see it. You sound great though.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Baseball is such a hectic game. I guess every sport really is, but it's... Yeah, like, that one.
You sound very smart.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, let me know. Please, any advice, like, let me know. I want to make sure the quality sound is good.
Yeah, that's what
If I'm in like the 75 fever range consistently, that's when we know it's a good night. I'm at like 55 right now. So it was like 30 a couple minutes ago, so we're getting there.
Dude, 1 low too. I was looking at the same thing.
Yeah. See, I'm bad for that. I gave you guys the idea.
I know. We sat at 110 over the kick.
Yeah.
That's what we sat at.
110? Yeah, not bad. I think I was around like 90.
Space Jam.
Leading off for outfielder number 7, Parker Schwait.
Welcome back to Falcon Park as we get you set for the bottom of the second inning. Andrew Jones looking to have a much better go-round for the Pioneers. He'll face the bottom 3 guys in the order, and a line drive out of the extended reach. Acrobatic play by Martineau. Nonetheless, it triples off of his glove in shallow left center field. Grabowski back to retrieve. So it's a leadoff single spanked by Parker Schwait, the left fielder. Second hit of the ballgame against Jones, who ran himself into trouble by a self-inflicted wounds in the bottom of the first inning. 3 walks, which allowed 2 Auburn runs to come in to score. Pioneers just tied the ballgame up at 2 at the top of the second. So Schwink will lead off the first. Short lead against the lefty Jones with nobody out. Another lefty-on-lefty matchup. And fastball line foul. 81 miles an hour from Jones, reaching about as high as 85 to 86 so far in tonight's ball game. Took a little bit off of that. First pitch foul to Michael Gimartino. Martineau's breaking ball fouled off, and a blessing in disguise for the Pioneers. Grabowski doesn't get a chance to throw down, but looked more like a breaking ball. Winded up being 83 miles per hour based on our scoreboard gun here. So Jones making an effective pitch there on Gimartino. Wake about a 6 to 8 foot lead off the first. That'll be an 0-2. Jones steps off the mound, gives a brief look. Now Andrew comes set from the middle of the rubber. 2 looks at first base, kicking and firing, and the breaking ball loopy at 64 miles an hour, missing outside, 1-2. Jones got behind in the count frequently in the bottom of the first inning, had to pull himself back up multiple times to a full count. For the most part, was unable to finish the job. He does so there, though. A beautiful breaking ball at 64 once again, and he retires Gimartino for the first out of the inning. Second strikeout of the ball for Andrew. That'll bring up the right fielder from Hamilton College to round out the batting order for the Doubledays this evening in Gianni DeCervo. Lefty on righty matchup, extending his lead off the first is Schwake with 1 out. And a good pickoff play. Jones has him to Gettinger, but the Pioneers are unable to make the play at second base. Gettinger fumbled it in his glove, was unable to fully get grip. And the Pioneers, with a good play there, would have had Schwake dead to rights, but it ends up being the most unconventional stolen base possible. An awkward way to begin. DeCervo's at bat, but he's not complaining as he launches a letter-high fastball straight above the zone for ball 1. DeCervo has a runner in scoring position for him with Schwake off the second with 1 out. Swing and a miss with fastball from Jones, 1-1. DeCervo, an outstanding year at Hamilton College, a .398 batting average, a .627 slug percentage. Go on with 33 hits, 2 homers, and 20 RBIs. Solid in the power department as well. 1 walk, swing and a miss. A fat cut from DeCervo, 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Here with 1 out in the bottom of the second, Pioneers and Doubledays locked even at 2. Kicking and firing is Jones. Fastball lined against the swing foul by DeCervo. And he'll live to see another pitch. DeCervo a bit down in the on-base percentage this year. Only 9 games, so an incredibly small sample size in his debut season at Hamilton. He lines this into left field. That breaking ball is on the cover to the plate. Is Schwake. Here's the throw. Cut off by Esley on an RBI single from DeCervo. Just like that, the Doubledays regain the lead. It's 3-2 Auburn.
Off of the hit from DeCervo into left field.
So the hit from DeCervo with 1 out. Turns it back to the top of the batting order. 1 hit in the bottom of the first inning against Jones, down 2 in the second. And the Doubledays have a 3-2 lead. It's back to Tyler Vivacqua, who grounded out to the second baseman Martin on an athletic play made by Ty in the bottom of the first. DeCervo about a 10-foot lead off the first. Lefty Jones kicking and firing. And fastball misses outside, 1-0.
Gives the Doubledays a run, doesn't let the Denvers get any worse.
Long look, comes set. There goes. Pitch, inside fastball, line foul. DeCervo took off. Andrew not mixing his looks with DeCervo off the first. Gave 1 look over. And then DeCervo took off, so because of the foul ball, he'll stay put at first. It's a 1-1 count to Vivacqua. 3 runs on 4 hits, 2 hits in the inning for Auburn. Pitch line. Out of play, first base side. And it'll be a 1-2 with 1 out for the right-handed hitting leadoff guy for the Doubledays. Vivacqua remaining in the second base position tonight. A litany of infielders that can move all around. Adam Sullivan playing multiple positions at his time at Lemoyne. Josh Thompson from Siena at third. Vivacqua getting the start at second tonight. The 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball, check swing. Did he go around Vivacqua? Yes, he did. Had a disagreement with the home plate umpire. Asking for an appeal, he won't get it. He's down for the second out. For the third strikeout of the ball game, strikeout ratio at a 1-1. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts through the opening 5 outs of the ball game. A 3-2 lead for Auburn, 2 outs. Home stanza of the second. Jones comes up left side of the rubber, 2 looks, now 3. And to Servo off the first. And the fastball strays inside to the left-handed hitting Josh Thompson, 1-0. Jones comes set. Next off, fastball left, strike 1. It'll be a 1-1 with 2 outs. Bottom of the second, Pioneers trail by 1. Jones comes set, DeCervo goes. Fastball outside, Gramesti's throw down to second is not in time. As it is for the shortstop side of the second base bag. Grabowski's trying to retrieve and put a quick swipe tag on. Nonetheless, it's a stolen base for DeCervo. And a 2-1 count here with 2 outs. Another runner in scoring position for the Doubledays. 2-1, Jones with 2 long looks at second, delivers breaking ball inside corner for a call strike to Thompson. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. DeCervo will lead off the second after Thompson. It would be Adam Sullivan, the shortstop, who walked in, came around to score the second run in the bottom of the first inning. This one lined into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third and coming to the plate and scoring will be DeCervo on an RBI single from Thompson. And the Doubledays lead 4-2. So DeCervo, with the stolen base, finds himself in prime position. And with the speed and the light liner into left field, that plates another run for Auburn. It's 4-2. Jones kicks and fires. And swing and a miss, 0-1.
That's Adam Sullivan's stepping up. He took a big chop on that first leg.
2 runs on 3 hits in the inning. And the number 2 hitter in Thompson's off the first. After the RBI single, now a liner into center field. Charging in O'Gore, he's going to play it on the hop. So it's another hit for the Doubledays, the 4th hit of the inning. Thompson will advance to second, Sullivan with a single into center, and that'll bring up Kieran Keel, the first baseman, who singled his first trip to the plate this evening. 4-2 lead for the Days. Here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Lefty and righty matchup. Jones sets and fires. Louis breaking ball. Chopped down the third base line. Just fell out of the reach of Esley. No balls and 1 strike. Jones 4 runs, all of them earned. No errors committed yet by the Pioneers. 6 hits for the Doubledays. Runner takes off now, bluffs now, another line into left field for a base hit. Thompson rounds third, no score easily without a throw. It's an RBI single for Kieran Keo. And the beats are opening up a little bit. It's 5-2 under in the bottom of the second. Already 5 hits in the inning. And 3 more runs. And Daniel Jones going to come to the mound. And very well might make a call with the bullpen. So, with Anthony DeCesar coming to the plate, throwing the ball to the mound, we can talk things over with the southpaw starter.
Here in the U.S.
And Jerome's going to stick with his starter for at least 1 more batter. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Pioneers tied the ball game up at 2 in the top half. Now in the bottom half, a 3-run inning for Auburn on 5 hits. It'll be DeCesar with 2 outs. Doubledays catcher struck out looking against Jones in the first. Andrew comes set, kicks and fires the first offering to D. Cesare, a fastball at the knees, taken for a called strike. Cesare watching it over the outside corner, so it's 0-1. Jones breaking ball that one line into left field. That's going to get down to 86. Rounding third coming to Minnesota. It's a great throw. It's on a line, but it bounces past the catcher Grimesti, and as a result, advancing up to second base is D. Cesare. So an RBI single. Sullivan comes in to score. Sixth hit of the inning, and third run for the Doubledays, who now lead 6-2.
2 runners in scoring position. Wow, the Doubledays really capitalizing on the big swing from Jones.
Looks like Casey Julkowski is the first guy up for Elmira. You need to at least try and get Jones through the second inning. Real tough making a call to your bullpen. Only 5 outs into the ball game, especially considering you have another one on tap. About 20 hours and 40 minutes from now when Geneva comes into town at Dunn Field tomorrow afternoon. First pitch to Troy Reeder is a high and inside fastball. That the extra hitter for the Doubledays takes for ball 1. 1-0 is inside. So runners on second and third. Pioneers are not out of the woods yet. Already 4 runs home in the inning, a 4-2 lead. It could be 6 if Reeder does damage here. He fouls it back to the screen. It's 1-2. Another 5-2 lead, but 4 hits in the inning for the Doubledays.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The count. Jones looking to finish the inning. Lefty on righty matchup against Reeder. 2-2 with 2 outs. Breaking ball called strike 3.
Will be strike 3. The great pitch there from Reeder.
Jones gets out of the inning. A lot of trouble though. 4 runs on 6 hits. No errors and 2 runners stranded on base. We've got 2 innings in Auburn. The Doubledays ahead of 4 on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network.
We have a message for all the young fans who are a little proud to watch running bases. You'll be able to do that at the end of the 3rd inning. And for the run bases, hero behind the right field and can bring the ball on the 3rd. If you want to hear us, you behind home plate right now waving. Lovely lady in the blue tank top, okay, Nick Kira, behind the right field grandstand, during the bottom of the 3rd.
I mean, I hope I want it to be 5-2, but it's 6-2. Yeah.
I got scared too.
That's our problem. We don't have enough guys who just bury guys. We gotta freaking clear ahead. They better. I mean, but now we gotta go to our bullpen. It has at least 18 to 21 to them tonight and another game tomorrow when we haven't had a full game in 7 years. So.
Welcome back to Falcon Park as we get you set for the top of the 3rd inning. The Auburn Doubledays in firm command, a 6-2 lead. Brennan Heilman will take the mound for the 3rd inning and deal his first offering to Cooper Smith. The 2, 3, and 4 in the Pioneers order. There's a time to quickly get back in the ballgame. It would be now. You have Smith followed by Grimesti, the catcher, and Shane Starr, the extra hitter. Smith struck out looking in his first plate appearance against Heilman. Now he pops one into pretty deep right field. Going back is DeCervo. He settles under it. A few feet in front of the warning track, can't put it away to retire Smith for the first down of the inning. So good piece by Cooper. Looked like a pop-up off the end of the bat, but got some good carry on it to pretty deep right center field. But nonetheless, Smith is retired. When the base is empty and 1 out, that'll bring up TJ Grimesti to the dish.
That is TJ Grimesti, the catcher.
Another righty on righty matchup. Heilman working from the left side of the rubber deals, breaking ball inside at the hands to Grimesti. It's 1-0. Grimesti walked and was stranded on third base. Despite the Pioneers delivering a run in the top of the first inning, Ohio scored a run in the first and a run in the second. Fell behind 2-1 at the bottom of the first, tied the game at 2 in the top of the second, but a 4-run, 6-hit inning for the Doubledays off of Andrew Jones has the Pioneers at a relatively significant deficit. There's a fly ball to right field again. DeCervo settling under it. 2 steps to his left, puts it away from the second half. Smith and Grimesti just getting under it. And with 2 outs and the bases empty, Shane Starr, Pioneers left-handed hitter, will come to the plate. Starr exhibiting one of those torpedo bats that you saw showcased at the major league level a little bit this year. Made viral by the opening weekend from the New York Yankees this year. Starr swings and misses. It's 0-1. Starr, one of the 3 strikeout victims so far of Heilman's evening. Strikeout looking against the aforementioned righty in the top half of the first. 0-1 fastball misses high to Starr, or even at a ball and a strike.
Avoid danger in his first few innings. He's gotten out of it fairly successfully, but avoiding danger.
There'll be a 1-1 to Starr with 2 outs. Infield back, outfield at medium depth. 1-1. This is low. It's 2-1 to Starr. Pioneers, if they fall tonight, will go to 0-3 in match Geneva for the worst record in the CBL West Division. Fastball outside corner, taken for a ball strike. And it's 2-2 to Starr with 2 outs. Auburn leads 6-2 here at the top of the third. And Heilman looking for his first clean inning. 2-2 with 2 outs, straight foul. Third base side out of play by Starr. Smith and Grimesti flying out to start at the top of the third. 3 strikeouts and a walk. 2 earned runs on 4 hits in the ball game through 2 2/3 innings against Heilman so far. Meyer shades over in the right center gap. 2-2 with 2 outs. Breaking ball outside corner. Starr takes for a couple, strike 3. So the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Heilman. He retires Starr for the second consecutive at-bat via the backwards K for Elmira in the top half of the third. No runs and no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. We put 2.5 at Falcon Park, a 6-2 lead for Auburn on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network.
All throughout the county.
Casey Julkowski. Wait, who's leading off?
Sam Meyer.
Sam Meyer? Okay, good. I was just making sure.
Yeah.
Casey Julkowski.
to Falcon Park as we get you set for the bottom half of the third inning. Andrew Jones' night is over for the Pioneers. He gave up 6 earned runs on 8 hits across 2 innings pitched, 3 walks and 4 strikeouts, faced 16 batters. As we now head to the bottom of the third, it'll be the 7, 8, 9 in the Doubledays order. Sam Meyer followed by Parker Schwick, the left fielder, and Michael G. Martino, the designated hitter, and a new pitcher in the ballgame, making his debut for the Elmira Pioneers. Casey Julkowski out of Gresham, Oregon, an attendee of Centralia College, working a 3/4 arm slot, delivers the first pitch, a fastball at 82 miles an hour, dotted on the outside corner for a called strike 1. Pioneers first inning without scoring a run, and there was a 1-2-3 top half of the third. Smith flew out to right, Grimesti flew out to right, and Shane Starr got caught looking on an outside corner fastball. And Harlan starting to slowly settle in. He's through 3 innings, a 2-run ball, 4 strikeouts, 4 hits for him. Kowski misses inside with off speed at 72 miles an hour, and it's 1-1 to Meyer. Ready matchup. Julkowski working right side of the rubber, kicks and fires, fastball outside corner, expanding off the plate as Grimesti sold the frame, and it's 1-2. Meyer manning the center field position tonight for the Doubledays. Awaits a 1-2 from Julkowski. Casey kicks and fires the breaking ball, swung on and fouled back off Grimesti's glove. TJ couldn't hang on, and Meyer will stay alive for the 1-2 count.
In Meyer's first at-bat of the night, he singled to left field in a play.
The bottom of the first inning ended in an incredibly unconventional way. Troy Reeder got nabbed at third base, which didn't allow the third run to score. Thompson and Sullivan scored. Kehoe did not score at the plate because Reeder did not get to the third base bag, or rather, Sullivan didn't get to home plate in enough time before Reeder got tagged out at third base. So it was a single and an RBI for Sam Meyer in his first plate appearance, who stays alive here, fouling off Julkowski's next offering. So a quality at-bat worked in the early going against the Pioneers' right-handed reliever with nobody out. Bottom of the third and the base is empty. Julkowski comes set, the 1-2, breaking ball fisted off the end of the bat, shallow left field, in charges Fanovich. He camps under it, and he'll put it away for the first down of the inning. So 6 pitches, induces an out for Julkowski, but the base is empty and 1 out. It'll be the left fielder Parker Schwick, who singled and came around to score at the bottom of the second inning. Julkowski, first offering to Schwick. It is a breaking ball outside, 1-0. Deep breath by Julkowski, rocks and fires inside, breaking ball taken at the knees, 2-0. Good pitch spotted up. Grimesti, a good frame job over the inner half. Nonetheless, missing low. To the righty hitting left fielder Schwick. With 1 out, Julkowski comes set. 2-0. Flying foul. 2 balls and a strike to count Schwick. After Schwick, it'll be Michael G. Martino, who struck out against Andrew Jones, one of 3 strikeout victims in the ballgame. Rather, 4 strikeout victims for Andrew. Fastball outside corner, taken for a called strike by Schwick. And we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 1 out in the bottom of the third.
Another strike, another fastball outside.
Julkowski comes set, the 2-2 offering, yanks a fastball outside. Rather, a changeup. That was at 74 miles an hour. Julkowski sitting consistently in the low 80s. We've seen relatively 80 to 83 so far. This is 74 with that changeup. Count 1 out, a swing and a miss. Good fastball over the outside corner. And Schwick is retired for the second out of the inning. So Meyer flew out, Schwick strikes out, and with the bases empty, it'll be up to the left-handed hitter Michael G. Martino to keep the inning alive. Elmira trailing by 4 here in the bottom of the third inning on a warm and sunny Saturday evening in Auburn, New York. Julkowski fires a swing and a miss, good fastball from Casey to get ahead. It's 0-1. Martino struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. 0-1 from Julkowski, swinging and a miss. Took some off that at 75. And the changeup was buried. Low and over the outside corner. Julkowski ahead 0-2. And looking to retire the side effectively in order. 0-2, missing high with the fastballs, Casey, 1-2. The Pioneers can keep it at a 4-run ball game. You put yourself in relatively good shape. You got the 5, 6, and 7 coming up in the order for the Pios. Sam Gettinger, who got the scoring started for Elmira with an RBI single into right field in the top of the first. He'll lead off the top of the fourth for the Pios, followed by Brooks Hicken, who chopped back to the mound, and Aiden Grabowski, who went off the top of the second inning and came around to score the second Pios run with a single into left field. It'll be a 1-2 count with 2 outs from Julkowski. A deep breath, sets breaking ball, outside corner, called strike 3. Beautiful pitch from Julkowski, and the side is retired. 2 strikeouts in the inning. 1 swinging and 1 via the backwards K. No runs and no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. We'll take it to the 4th and Auburn. 6-2 Doubledays here on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network.
Leading off for Elmira,
Welcome back to Falcon Park as we get set for the top half of the 4th inning. We got Brendan Heilman going into his 4th inning of work, and he's been dynamite on the mound. 59 pitches, 42 strikes, 4 strikeouts, 3 looking. 2 runs on 4 hits across 3 innings pitched for the Pioneers, who will look to take a cut into Auburn's lead. Pioneers losing the first 2 games of the season, now trailed by 4 runs in their second road game. First road game came last Saturday, a 12-run loss in the hands of the Mutt Dogs. First pitch, this is down and low. Rather down and away, shall I say, to Gettinger. It's 1-0. Next offering, and Sam pops it up. First base side, ranging back. Behind the bag is Kehoe. He settles under it and puts it away. To retire Gettinger for the first down at the top of the 4th. So a 2-pitch pop out. After the Pioneers were able to plate a run in 2 consecutive innings to open up tonight's ball game, Heilman doing a good job of settling in 61 pitches through 3 1/3. As with 1 out, the left-handed hitting Brooks Hicken will come to the plate. First pitch is swing and a miss. Letter high fastball on the outside corner. Hicken cutting through it. Looks in the first pitch he saw on the top of the first, concluded the inning with the chopper right back to Heilman on the mound. A 1 breaking ball outside corner, rather fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. And Heilman quickly ahead of Hicken, 0-2. 0-2 with 1 out. And missing in the right-hander's batter's box with a fastball to Hicken is Heilman. Heilman, it's 1-2. Heilman comes set from the left side of the rubber, kicks in the river, fastball outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out, and the base is empty. dealing to the lefty Hicken, who sprays it up the middle, and that'll get into center field for a base hit. So it's the first Pioneers hit since a Dylan Fatovich single in the top half of the second inning, and it comes off the end of the bat from Brooks Hicken, who dumps it in the shallow right center out of the outstretched reach of the second baseman Vivacqua. So one out base runner for Elmira, and Andy Grabowski will come to the plate. Fifth hit of the ball game against Highland for the Pios. Now ready on ready matchup with the Tiffin University senior Grabowski digging in. Hicken short lead off the first, breaking the ball outside to Grabowski, 1-0. One out, top of the fourth inning. Doubledays with a 6-2 lead. We thank you for joining us here on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network. Pios in danger of dropping their third consecutive to open up the season. Ground ball to Vivacqua, feed second. More on the first from Sullivan in time, and that's a 4-6-3, 2-2 double play on Grabowski to retire his side. The Pioneers in the top of the fourth, no run on one hit. No runs on one hit. No errors, and they strand a runner on base. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, and Auburn, a 6-2 lead for the Doubledays on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network.
Here is now third base dugout, ready for our new contest, the Sporting Goods Year Contest. We have two contestants, and the winner will receive a gift card courtesy of Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah, if you ever need this is not
Welcome back to Falcon Park in Auburn as we get set for the bottom of the fourth inning. The Pioneers trip the Doubledays 6-2. Casey Julkowski coming out for his second inning of work. He'll go up against the 10-1-2 in the Auburn order. It'll be Gianni DeCerbo, the right fielder, to lead off, followed by John Vivacqua, the second baseman, and Josh Johnson, the third baseman. DeCerbo singled, an RBI single in the bottom of the second, came around to score. It'll be Julkowski's fourth contestant in the ballgame. Casey retired the side effectively in order, and now gets a roll over to third base. Esley off balance, throw to Hicken, or check that Gettinger at first, in time for the first out. So a quick out and boost here at the bottom of the fourth from Julkowski. When the bases empty, it's back to the top of the batting order in time with Vivacqua. Vivacqua in the ball game 0-2. Rounder to second in the bottom of the first, and a strikeout swinging against Andrew Jones in the bottom of the second. Julkowski hits and fires, and the fastball is high and away. It's 1-0. Followed by Vivacqua, it'll be Josh Thompson, the third baseman, who's reached base in both plate appearances in the night's ball game. Walked and came around and scored in the bottom of the first. Followed suit with an RBI single in the bottom of the second. That was part of an explosive 4-run, 6-hit inning for the Auburn Doubledays, as Julkowski misses outside with two consecutive fastballs, 2-0 the count, with the bases empty to the leadoff hitter Vivacqua. Jones comes set right side of the rubber, kicks and fires. Check that Julkowski, and he misses outside with the fastball quickly behind 3 balls and no strikes to Vivacqua. Pioneers have gone 2 consecutive innings without scoring a run. As Doubledays starter Brennan Hillman has faced the minimum through 8 consecutive batters. He's really settled in nicely after the Pios played 2 runs on 4 hits through the opening inning in a third. Kowski's fastball in for a called strike, so a 3-1 with 1 out. Casey fires and is lined back to the screen. Kowski doing a nice job of working himself back into the count. It'll be a full count with 1 out and the base is empty. Pioneers could use some great length out of their bullpen again, despite only utilizing 1 pitcher in the last 7 calendar days. You have another quick turnaround tomorrow. This one's dumped down the left field line. Will it stay fair? Yes, it will. And it's trouble. It rolls over the left field corner, retrieving it and firing it back in quickly as Savage. It's a 1-out double off the end of the bat, but funny how it works sometimes as Vivakwa sprays it the other way. And Josh Thompson will come to the plate with the runner in scoring position and 1 out. Already the 9th hit of the ball game for the Doubledays through 3 1/3 innings against 2 Pioneers pitchers. Now Grimsby will come out to the mound to have a brief chat with Julkowski. Casey will settle back in from the right side of the rubber and deal with his next contestant, the lefty hitting third baseman Thompson. For Julkowski, 7 pitches in the inning. Battled back nicely to reduce soft contact off the end of the bat, but with the turf here at Falcon Park was able to get a double down the left field line, and now this is outside to Thompson. It's 1-0. Followed after Thompson, it will be Adam Sullivan. The 2 of the 3 in the Doubledays order doing great work tonight. Reaching base in both plate appearances and coming around to score. 1-0 from Julkowski, squaring above his Thompson. He could not pull it back in time. It's 1-1. 1-1 the count. Here with 1 out, we're in the bottom of the 4th inning in anticipation of a bunt. Gettinger will crash in at first base. Julkowski comes set right side of the rubber. Walks there at second base. Now kicks and fires straight foul. Beyond the Doubledays dugout, down the third base line, out of play. It's 1-2. 27 pitches for Julkowski. He retired the first 4 batters he saw. Worked a full count to Thompson or Vivakwa. Double down the left field line. Now with 1-2 count, looking to finish off the lefty Thompson. Grounded to second base, that will advance the runner to third. Martineau to his forehand side, finds to Gettinger in time for the 2nd out. So despite Vivakwa advancing to third, the 2nd out of the inning. And now Julkowski will look to get the ender against Adam Sullivan.
It's Adam Sullivan. Nobody in the Doubledays would rather have batting more than Sullivan.
Pioneers have 2 runs on 5 hits and no errors. Doubledays 6 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Bottom of the 4th inning, Auburn retaining a 4-run advantage. First pitch, fastball outside corner. Sullivan takes for a called strike 1. Change up there from Julkowski, beautifully executed at 74 miles an hour. Next pitch, this is outside with the fastball. That ball on strike. It'll be a 1-1 to Sullivan. Fastball misses outside, 2-1. Pioneers bullpen remaining relatively quiet. Kowski 30 pitches on his evening so far, through an inning and 2/3. 2-1 with 2 outs. And the fastball line foul, third base side out of play, 2-2. Middle infield on the edge of the outfield grass. Estley deep at third. Gettinger deep at first. Outfield at medium depth. Julkowski fires that one wide to the left field. Savage settling under it, and he'll put it away for the final out of the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and Auburn strings runner on base. We played 4, and the Doubledays lead 6-3 here on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network. Welcome back to the top of the fifth inning. The Elmira Pioneers would like to thank some of their most loyal sponsors: Absolute Care of Three Rivers, AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Sports, Al's Leasing, Ann's Pancakes, Blaze Brockway Contracting, Buckley's Automotive, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Centralis Health, and Chemung Canal Trust Company. As we head to the top half of the fifth inning, facing the minimum in the top of the fourth with Brendan Heilman. He'll remain in the ballgame and face the 8, 9, and 10 in the Pioneers order, beginning with the lefty hitting left fielder Dylan Fadovich, who had a single in the top of the second inning. Was part of a one-run, two-hit inning. Drove in an RBI. Fadovich launches a fastball off the outside edge. And we're even at a ball and a strike. Heilman settled in nicely. As we alluded to in the fourth inning, has faced the minimum since the Pios scored the second run of the game with one out in the top of the second. Heilman working 1-1 with the bases empty, no one out, top of the fifth. And the breaking ball misses inside. It's 2-1. To Fadovich. And Dylan lines that into right field. That's going to dunk down for a base hit in front of the cutting DeCerbo. So Dylan's on to lead off the fifth with nobody out. So the sixth hit of the evening for Elmira. And now Kosei Ogura will come to the plate with nobody out. Ogura grounded to the shortstop. Scored a run, so Fadovich not with the RBI, but had a single. Ogura drove in the run in the top of the second. There'll be an 0-1 to him, ready on lefty matchup with one out. Short lead off of first base for Fadovich. A 1 from Heilman. That one's lined into deep left field. On his horse, going back. His Schwake, it's over his head and in the gap and up against the wall. Motoring around third and coming to the plate is Fadovich. He'll score effortlessly on an RBI double from Kosei Ogura, and the Pioneers make it a 6-3 ball game. So a loud, rocketing RBI double sprayed the other way off the bat of Coppin State's Kosei Ogura, and the Pioneers now make it a 3-run game. Good piece of hitting the other way, and that'll bring up Manny Esley, who struck out on 3 pitches against Brennan Hillman in his first trip to the plate. Esley in a righty-on-righty matchup with Ogura wandering off of second base, launches the breaking ball high. It's 1-0. After Esley, it'll be right back to the top of the batting order in Ty Martineau. One pitch with one out. Breaking ball watched high. 2 balls and a strike. Martineau 1 for 2 in the ball game. Cooper Smith 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the first, but flew out to right field to open up the top of the third. 2-1 to Esley. A swing and a miss fastball on the outside corner, and we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes the count with nobody out. The lefty hitting Martineau on deck. Outfield playing deep. Pitch, breaking ball. Did Esley go around? They say yes, he did. Or did he not go? Apologies, thought he went around. Field umpire says he did not go around, so it'll be a 2-2 count to Esley with nobody out. 2-2 delivery. Esley fouls it back to the screen to stay alive. So a solid 2 innings of work so far in the ball game for Casey Julkowski. After the 1-out double from Tyler Vivanqua, was able to get a rollover grounder to second base from Josh Thompson, and then a fly out to mid-left field that Dylan Fadovich retrieved. 2-2 breaking ball taken at the top of the zone by Esley. Manny working a full count. Pioneers looking to get some traffic on the bases. They trail by 3. 6 hits in the ball game for Elmira. 2 consecutive innings with at least 1 hit. Payoff pitch to Estley, and he fouls back the fastball. Great at bat being worked by Manny here to stay alive. So it'll be a payoff pitch to Estley with 1 out. Hillman's pitch count starting to slowly climb. Auburn bullpen getting relatively loose. 74 pitches in the ballgame. This is Heilman's 75th, and it's lined foul by Estley again. An 8-pitch at bat being worked by the Community College of Baltimore County sophomore. One run on 2 hits in the inning so far for Elmira. 6-3 Doubledays lead here in the top of the 5th. Heilman comes set left side of the rubber. Kicks in, delivers the payoff pitch. Estley fouling it back again. This is the at-bat of the evening so far for the Pioneers. And if it can pay off in scoring a run, what a momentum shift that could be in the visitors' direction. Heilman comes set left side of the rubber. Ogura wandering 10 feet off the second base bag. Payoff pitch lined into right field, settling under it, and putting it away for the first down is DeCerbo. No tag for Ogura, so loud contact on the 9th pitch of the at-bat to Manny Estley. He lines it to deep right field about 10 feet in front of the warning track. Nonetheless, it's put away, so a very loud first out, and that'll turn it around to the top of the batting order in Ty Martineau. So Estley goes to 0-2 in the ball game. Martineau 1 for 2, another righty on lefty matchup here with 1 out. With 1 out, offering to Martineau, and he chops it on the ground to second base. Advancing over to third is Ogura. He'll do so on a 4-3 putout. Martineau retired for the second out. So 2 outs and a runner on third, and that'll bring up Cooper Smith to the dish. Smith entered tonight's ball game with Aiden Grabowski through the opening 2 games of the season, leading the team in on-base percentage. Sprayed a single in his first at-bat back with the Pioneers last Friday against Jamestown. Also reached base safely against Batavia last Saturday night. He'll bat with 2 outs, righty on righty matchup. Heilman comes set, kicks and fires. The first offering to Smith, and the breaking ball taken high by Cooper at the letters. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Ogura with the lead off at third. Outfield remains deep. Infield playing back with 2 outs. Breaking ball misses outside to Smith. It's 2-0. TJ Gurmesti awaits on deck. A loud contact fly out to right field in his last plate appearance in the third. Pioneers scored a run on 2 hits and had nobody out here in the top of the 5th. In danger of stranding Ogura on third, who had a loud double to deep left field. Missing inside with a fastball there to Cooper, and already a 3-0 count from Heilman to Cooper. 87 miles an hour, that's a top in the ball game for him. 3-0 pitch, breaking ball outside, and Smith takes for ball 4. So it's a walk to Cooper, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate in TJ Gurmesti. First time reaching base in the ball game for Smith. Gurmesti 0 for 1 in the ball game, but got to first via the free pass. In the ball game, only 2 walks for Heilman. He's maintained really solid control. An Allen pitching conference on the mound. So a 6-3 lead for the Doubledays. 3rd ball game of the season for the Pioneers. 3rd full ball game at least. Elmira led Newark 3-1 prior to a lightning and rain suspension that came on Thursday night at Dunn Field. So Heilman remains in for 1 more batter, convinces his head coach Matthew Petrossi to leave him in the ball game. You got the speedy Smith on first. Ogura off at third with 2 outs. Righty on righty matchup. First pitch to Gurmesti, fly deep down the right field line, ranging over toward the corner, cutting over, and that's going to go into the Pioneers bullpen. DeCerbo gave it a long look, had to cover about 100 feet of real estate, and it trickled out of play. It's 0-1. Heilman looking to be eligible for victory tonight. He's done a good job of keeping Auburn in the ball game, or keeping them firmly in command, shall I say. Retiring 8 consecutive batters, allowing 6 Pioneers hits, 3 runs. Elmira trying to do a little more damage to get back in the ball game here. Fastball misses high to Grimesti. It's a 1-1 count. In the bottom of the 5th inning against Julkowski, it'll be the middle third in the Doubledays order. Kieran Kehoe, followed by Anthony DeCesare and Troy Reeder. This one lined into shallow center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. The second run of the inning for the Pioneers. Smith is steaming his way towards third, and he'll be nabbed out. A bullet of a throw from the center fielder Meyer, but the run scored in enough time, so it's an RBI single for TJ Grimesti. Pios cut it to a 6-4 ball game. So in the inning, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. And because of Smith being thrown out at third, a runner stranded on base. We're halfway through, and the Doubledays lead by 3 here on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Casey Julkowski entering his 3rd inning of work for the Pioneers in relief. Elmira cutting the deficit to now 2 as Julkowski settles in and fires the first pitch. A breaking ball for a called strike at 71 miles an hour. It's the middle third due up in the Auburn order. Kehoe the first baseman, DeCesare the catcher, and Reeder tonight's extra hitter. Julkowski misses outside with a breaking ball, 1-1. Pioneers in the top of the 5th inning scored 2 runs on 3 hits. Stranded a runner on base, 2 consecutive hits to lead off the inning. Dylan Fadovich with a single followed by a loud double by Kosei Ogura. This one chopped on the ground to shortstop. Grabowski with 3 hops up with it. Throw to Gettinger in time for the first out. So Julkowski doing a good job so far of being economical. Only a hit allowed through 2 1/3 innings. And he's kept the Doubledays at bay after 6 earned runs against Pioneers starter Andrew Jones. Second contestant to the dish is the catcher Anthony DeCesare. 1 for 2 in the ball game, a single and a strikeout looking against Jones in the first. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. It's 0-1. Middle infield back, outfield at medium depth, righty on righty matchup. Julkowski fires a breaking ball outside, 1-1. Julkowski fires. That one lined. Grabowski playing it, or attempting to play it on a hop. It trickles off his glove into left field. That's the first error of the ball game for the Pioneers. And aboard with one out is Anthony DeCesare. So it'll go down as an E6. Pioneers had 2 errors in their first 2 ball games, did a good job of staying off the board in Thursday night's 4-inning suspended game against Newark, no errors. Now the 5th error of the season through just 25 innings. First pitch inside to the right-handed hitting Troy Reeder. Reeder in the ball game 0 for 1, but reached base in the bottom of the first inning, was cut down trying to advance to third on an RBI single off the bat of the center fielder Sam Meyer. Meyer awaits on deck, the 1-0 with 1 out, missing outside with an 81-mile-an-hour fastball. Julkowski. 2 balls and no strikes, the count to Reeder. Julkowski comes set right side of the rubber. Short lead off of first base for DeCesare with 1 out. Julkowski fires and he misses inside to Reeder. 3 balls and no strikes. Pioneers bullpen continuing to remain relatively quiet, as Julkowski's done a nice job of keeping the pitch count economical and remain around the strike zone, in danger of issuing his first free pass of the ball game. It's a 3-0 with 1 out. That one lined into left field for a base hit. So an error and a hit sets up first and second in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out, as Reeder dumps a single into left field. So Sam Meyer, the 7-hitter for the Doubledays, will come up. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. A single in the bottom of the first inning. RBI single for Sam Meyer, and then flew out to Dylan Fatovich in left field to open up the bottom of the 3rd. He bats with DeCesare off of second, Reeder off of first, 1 out, and a 2-run lead for the Doubledays in the bottom of the 5th. Julkowski. A look at Reeder off a second. Now a ground ball to shortstop. Aiden Grabowski is going to flip second one on to first, not in time. So it'll be a fielder's choice. They get the force out at second base. As Reeder's retired, DeCesare advances to third. A fielder's choice for Meyer. Second time reaching base in the ball game for him. And with 2 outs and a 2-run lead, ducks on the corners for Parker Schwake, the left fielder. Schwake in the ball game, a single to lead off the bottom of the 2nd, came around to score, and a strikeout swinging against Julkowski in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 strikeouts in the ball game for Casey through 2 2/3 innings, and looking to complete his 3rd consecutive scoreless inning of relief work. Righty on righty matchup, delivering to Schwake, and a check swing ground ball. In charge is Esley, and he can't field it, so a run will score, and the Doubledays now have a 7-4 lead. Manny frustrated with that one. That's going to go down as an infield hit. So legging it out is Schwake. It's his 2nd hit of the ball game, drives in another run. 2nd hit of the inning, and Auburn now leads 7-4. Pitch outside. First offering to Michael G. Martino, who struck out twice in the ballgame. 1 swinging in the bottom of the 2nd, 1 looking to retire the side for Casey Julkowski in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 count to the Doubledays' designated hitter. In a righty on lefty matchup, Julkowski kicks and fires, and a dribbler right back to the mound. Julkowski an underhand flip to the first base bag in time to conclude the bottom half of the 5th. Not before 1 run on 2 hits, an error, and 2 runners left on base. We'll take it to the 6th, 7-4 Doubledays on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network. Back in Auburn, the Pioneers would like to thank some more of their loyal sponsors, including Chemung County AG Promotions, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Curran Power Sports, Dandy Mini Marts, Dr. Susan Minchin, Elm Chevy, Elmira Heat Treating, Elmira Impact, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glovehouse Guthrie, Hesselson's Hilliard, Jubilee Just in Time, Kahuna's Kennedy Valve, and M&T Bank. We head to the top half of the sixth inning. Gettinger will lead things off for Elmira. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 in the Pios order. Digging in against Brendan Heilman. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame through 5 innings of work, 92 pitches. Auburn's bullpen starting to stir. A 3-run advantage for the Doubledays. 4 runs on 6 hits and an error for the Pioneers. And 7 runs on 11 hits and no errors for Auburn. 1-0. This one chopped on the ground. Rather, Shane Starr, the extra hitter, followed by Gettinger and Hicken. Starr's retired for the first out on the bounce out to second base. So now that'll bring up the righty hitting Pioneers first baseman in Sam Gettinger. With 1 out, top of the 6th inning, and the Pios trail by 3. Righty on righty matchup. Heilman economical with his first batter in Starr, inducing soft contact on the second pitch of the inning. Now delivers a breaking ball over the outside edge at the letters, but taken for a ball by Gettinger. It's 1-0. Heilman comes set, kicks and fires, breaking ball, that catches the corner, 1-1. So 1-1 the count in the top of the 6th inning with the bases empty and 1 out. Heilman's next pitch to Gettinger is a fastball strays high, 2-1. Brooks Hicken awaits on deck. Hicken had a single in the top half of the 5th inning, was wiped clean after a 4-6-3 double play off the bat of Aiden Grabowski. Next pitch is a strike to Gettinger, 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 1 out, 98 pitches in the ball game for Heilman. This will be pitch number 99. As he comes set from the left side of the rubber, and the base is empty, delivers off the end of the bat from Gettinger, rolled to the second baseman. Vivacqua handles it, fires to the backhand side of the first base bag where Kehoe is able to adjust and put it away for the second out. So Gettinger's retired for the second time of the ball game, and with 2 outs and the bases empty, that'll bring up Brooks Hicken to the plate. Last hope to keep the inning alive for the Pios. Righty on lefty matchup. Coming set from the left side of the rubber, kicking and firing. Hicken sprays it. Foul down the third base line, out of play, 0-1. Pioneers scored 2 runs on 3 hits, their best offensive inning in the ball game in the top of the 5th. In danger of being retired in order, or at least for a Doubledays inning of facing the minimum for the 3rd time in the ball game, as Hicken flies it to deep center, but settling under it is Meyer, and he'll put it away to retire the side effectively in order, 1-2-3. No runs and no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. We've played 5.5 innings here in Auburn, 7-4 Doubledays on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network. Third pitcher of the ball game coming in for the Pios tonight. It's going to be the southpaw Michael Cobb after 3 masterful innings of work from Casey Julkowski. The run that came in to score, not his responsibility, as it was an error made in the bottom half of the 5th inning by the shortstop Grabowski on the ground ball hit by Anthony DeCesare to the backhand side of the Pios shortstop, who was able to miss it. So 3 innings of no earned runs in relief following a tough start for Andrew Jones. Julkowski does his job, and now in the bottom of the 6th, we'll turn it over to Michael Cobb, who fires outside, missing away with 2 fastballs. Cobb making 12 appearances on the season for Bridgewater State, going into his junior year as a Bear. He'll deal to Giovanni DeCerbo and then Tyler Vivacqua, Josh Thompson. 10-1 and 2 in the Auburn order here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That one fouled off, 2-1. DeCerbo, in his last trip to the plate, rolled over to Manny Esley at third. DeCerbo 1 for 2 in the ball game. An RBI single in the bottom of the 2nd came around to score as well. Pioneers trying to keep it at a 3-run lead. That pitch misses high and inside to DeCerbo, 3-1. Rather a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. With nobody out. Cobb kicks and fires from the left side of the rubber. Payoff pitch swung on and fouled off. So I guess we were all confused. A 3-1 count. Now it's a full count. Umpire signaled 3 balls, 2 strikes before, but now Cobb fires in. The payoff pitch. Line back to the screen, foul. DeCerbo stays alive. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody out. Doubledays with a 7-4 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Auburn scoring the majority of their runs in the 2nd. A 4-run, 6-hit 2nd off of Pioneer starter Andrew Jones. Payoff pitch inside to DeCerbo. Checked his swing. Did he go around? Field umpire says he did not. So a leadoff walk against Michael Cobb and the Pioneers for the 10-hitter DeCerbo. So that'll bring it back to the top of the batting order, and Tyler Vivacqua, who in the bottom of the 4th inning, with 1 out, had himself a double down the left field line. Tyler 1 for 3 in the ball game, a grounder to second and a strikeout against Jones in the 2nd inning. Lefty on righty matchup with DeCerbo creeping off at first. Already a stolen base, that one in the dirt. Gramesti fire down to second base in time. Beautiful throw from Gramesti. And wiped clean is DeCerbo for the first out of the inning. That's already the 4th base runner in 2 games behind the plate, hosed by TJ Gramesti. Doing yeoman's work at the catching position. Block sack keeps in front of what would have been a pass ball in front of him and is able to hose the speedy DeCerbo and help assist his reliever in Michael Cobb, who's now behind in the count. 2-0 to Vivacqua. Here with 1 out and the base is empty in the bottom of the 6th. Cobb misses away with a fastball. And quickly 3 balls and no strikes to the Auburn leadoff hitter. After Vivacqua, it'll be Josh Thompson, who's reached base twice in the ball game. Cobb taking a second to adjust his belt, drops his glove behind the mound. Third pitcher being utilized in the ball game by Andy Drum. And the 2nd southpaw to go up against the Doubledays this evening. Excluding the 4-inning game in the first 2 ball games, minimally 3 Pioneers pitchers used across 16 innings of work. And in the process, 20 runs came in to score off Pioneer pitching. That pitch in for a called strike. It's 3-1. An 80-mile-an-hour fastball from Cobb with 1 out. Cobb comes set and deals to Vivacqua. Swing and a miss, hefty cut from number 21 in white and red. It's a full count here with 1 out. Cobb had the leadoff hitter in the inning, Gianni DeCerbo, at a full count and walked him with a slider that missed inside. Now an opportunity to put away the right-handed hitting second baseman. Lined foul on the payoff pitch, and staying alive to see another pitch is Vivacqua. Cobb comes set from the left side of the rubber. The payoff pitch with one out misses high and away. Second walk of the inning issued by Cobb. Vivacqua is aboard via the free pass. Second time he's reached base in the ball game. And with one out and a runner on first, that'll bring up the lefty hitting third baseman, Josh Thompson. Josh Thompson, the lefty hitter out of Ringo's, New York, an attendee of Siena College. An all-lefty matchup with one out. Cobb will check on Vivacqua over at first base. For the Pioneers, 4 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. And for the Auburn Doubledays, 7 runs on 11 hits and no errors. 8 of the first 11 hits of the ball game for Auburn came in the opening 2 innings. And they've had 3 through 3 1/3 since. First pitch at the letters inside to Thompson, ball 1. After Thompson, it'll be Adam Sullivan, the shortstop. Sullivan in the ball game, reaching base twice and coming around to score twice as well. The 2, 3, and the 4 between Thompson, Sullivan, and Kehoe, incredibly productive in tonight's lineup. Reaching base in 6 of 9 combined plate appearances. Grimesti, a fire down to second base, not in time. Just getting in ahead of the throw was Thompson. Or check that, Vivacqua, so it's a stolen base. And Vivacqua's in scoring position with one out. Another great throw, regardless, by TJ Grimesti. To the second base side of the bag. And the tag applied by Grabowski, right on the money, but already ahead of the tag was Vivacqua, so a stolen base as he has a light chat with Grabowski. Grimesti goes to the mound, has a brief conversation with Cobb, and now retreats back to the catcher position. It'll be a 1-0 with one out. Here in the bottom of the 6th, 3-run lead for Auburn. Cobb comes set. One look at second base, kicks and fires the 1-0, nubbed off the end of the bat. Grabowski's going to play it on the backhand. A fire to first base, picked out in the dirt. Beautiful play by Gettinger, but advancing to third is Vivacqua. But the Pioneers could care less. They get the out and now have a chance to get out of the inning as Thompson grounds to the shortstop Grabowski. A funky hop here on the turf. That had some backspin to Grabowski's backhand side, and he fires it low, and it's scooped out nicely by the Stonehill College first baseman for the second out. So Thompson retired for the second time of the ball game, and that'll bring up Sullivan. Lefty hitting shortstop, watches a fastball inside, 81 miles an hour from Cobb. It's 1-0. Should Sullivan reach, it would be the first baseman Kieran Kehoe, 2 for 3 in the ball game with 2 singles. 1-0 from Cobb, breaking ball, catches the outside corner, called strike. 74-mile-an-hour slider with solid 9-3 movement on it, darting across the plate. It's 1-1. Cobb's next offering with 2 outs, and it's sliced back to the screen, 1-2. Cobb went right back to that slider and got it nicked off the end of the bat from Sullivan, and an opportunity to put away the shortstop from Lemoyne College. Batted .283 across 41 games this season. Got the start in 37 of them. Achieved a career high 2 years ago in the 2023 season when Lemoyne was still in Division II. Sullivan enjoying a nice career as a Dolphin, now in the NE10 conference. An academic honor roll student and definitely a guy who has climbed up the rankings as he enters his senior year. Playing for a Lemoyne team that has continuously impressed and gotten their way into the NE10. It'll be a 1-2 from Cobb with 2 outs. Off the end of the bat, grounded down the third baseline, foul out of the reach of Esley. So we'll do the 1-2 again. A walk, a single, and a fly ball to Fatovich in left. The successive 3 bats in sequential order for Sullivan in the ball game. Cobb's 1-2 on the way, and the fastball grounded through the third base hole into left field for a base hit. Another run comes in to score, and the walks come back to bite the Pioneers again. First hit of the inning, first run of the inning, and Auburn extends the lead to 8-4. So it's an RBI single for Adam Sullivan. Third hit of the ball game for the Doubledays shortstop, who's come around to score twice in the ball game. And now a lefty on righty matchup. It's the first baseman, Kieran Kehoe. Cobb sets and fires, breaking ball inside. Kehoe, did he go around? No, he did not, says the field umpire. It's 1-0. Field umpire shaking his head towards the Pioneers dugout. Elmira wanting a call. Down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th, in danger of losing their 3rd consecutive ball game. A quick turnaround time tomorrow afternoon as the Geneva Red Wings roll into town. Fastball on the outside corner, taken for a called strike. Geneva Red Wings managed by Thomas Eaton, who is the pitching coach of the Batavia Muck Dogs, who were the runners-up to the Pioneers in the 2023 summer season. He was under the tutelage of head coach Joey Skip Martinez, who's done a good job, nice job so far in Batavia. Went to the West Division Championship last year, opened up 2-1 this season. Cobb looking to finish off the 6th inning, and he's got a pickoff. Gettinger this time fires to second high and getting in time once again. So the Pioneers 2 opportunities for a pickoff. Cobb had the opportunity in the bottom of the 1st, and now in the bottom of the 6th, an opportunity for a pickoff play there as Cobb fired over to first base in an attempt to nab Sullivan. Nonetheless, the second unconventional stolen base of the ball game via a pickoff attempt, and a runner in scoring position out there for Kehoe. It'll remain a 1-2 count from Cobb to the righty hitting first baseman. Cobb comes set, long look at second, kicks and fires. Fastball misses off the outer edge. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two consecutive innings with at least a run now for the Doubledays. Cobb looking to keep him at bay there. Back to a 4-run lead, 2-2. And the slider inside at 74 miles an hour almost clipped the feet of Kehoe, who had to lightly back out of the way. And it'll be a payoff pitch here with 2 outs. Pioneers bullpen has nobody up at the moment. At this point, Coach Andy Drum hoping that Cobb can eat a couple innings and finish off strong here in the 6th. 2 looks at second base. It'll be a payoff pitch to Kehoe. With 2 outs, that one chopped. Third base side, Esley charges in with the bare hand, throws off balance, and it's unable to be picked by Gettinger. Another run will come in to score, and steaming towards second base will be Kehoe. He'll reach there safely. So we'll wait to see the scoring on that. Would imagine it would be an infield hit, and that as a result an error. So it is an error confirmed. An off-balance throw from Esley. You would imagine it would be an error on Sam Gettinger. It'll be Anthony DeCesare to come to the plate. Here with 2 outs, another run home in the inning. 2 runs on a hit and an error. 2 walks issued by Michael Cobb, and the train keeps moving. So it'll go down as an E5 on Esley. Kehoe advances into scoring position at second base. It's the righty hitting DeCesare who chops one on the ground. 2 hops to the shortstop Grabowski, up with a throw in time, and that'll end the bottom half of the 6th inning. Not before 2 more runs on a hit, an error, and a runner stranded on base. Let's take it to the 7th. 9-4. Auburn leads here on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network.
Welcome back to Falcon Park as we get set for the top half of the seventh inning. A new pitcher in the ballgame, and it's Connor Musowski coming in for the Auburn Doubledays, a local native and attendee of Byron High School, a guy who's had himself quite a high school career, especially on the mound in Southpaw, achieving 4 this year, 7 1/3 innings, yielding a 0.85 ERA. And he's going to come in first lineup, Skinny Grabowski, the shortstop, will be off, followed by Falcon Park for the Pioneers, number 5. Here in the top of the seventh inning. First pitch is a fastball, not at any of the outside corner. 8-1 takes up the letters for a call, strike one.
New pitcher in the ball game for the Auburn Doubledays. It's Connor Musowski, a local native of Port Byron High School, who yielded a great ERA this year, 0.85 across 57 1/3 innings. And he's up against Grabowski, Fadovich, and Ogura here in the top of the seventh inning. Pios trailing by 5 runs and a quick 0-2 count to the Elmira shortstop. Kicking and firing in the dirt, almost flipping Grabowski with the pitch. It's 1-2. Lefty on righty matchup. Grabowski in the ball game, 1 for 2. A single came around to score in the top of the second inning, and a 4-6-3 double play. Now watches the breaking ball low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. With nobody out, the base is empty in the top of the seventh. Lefty takes some time off the mound to collect himself. Now comes back in, sets. Consistent fastball velocity around 84 miles an hour in his time at Port Byron. A high pop-up from Grabowski. Passes the bat in frustration. To the right side of second base, to his backhand side is Vivacqua. He puts it away for the first out of the inning. So Grabowski pops up to second base, first contestant in the ballgame that the new pitcher Musowski has seen. And they'll bring up a lefty-on-lefty matchup, and the Pioneers left fielder Dylan Fadovich. First pitch to Dylan, breaking ball off the outer edge, 1-0. Thank you for joining us here on a Saturday night on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network. Pioneers in danger of falling into a 2-way tie of last place with the Geneva Red Wings, who are coming to Dunfield tomorrow afternoon for a 4 p.m. start time. Pioneers losing the first ball game to Jamestown last Friday, 7-4. Went on the road to Batavia, lost 13-1. Utilized 4 pitchers in Friday night's ball game, and 4 on Saturday. Only had 1 on Thursday. A great start from Michael Geisler in that suspended game. A 3-1 victory, or lead, shall I say, Elmira holds in position for a victory when Newark comes back to town to finish that suspended game on June 21st. Fouled off by Fadovich, a 2-ball, 1-strike count. With 1 out, bases empty. Pios trail by 5 here at the top of the seventh. Brennan Hillman was outstanding tonight for the Doubledays. Went 6 innings, a 4-run ball on 6 hits. Hillman 4 strikeouts, 3 looking, 2 walks, 4 earned runs on 8 hits, 101 pitches, 67 of them strikes. A perfect 2/3 of his pitches were strikes. Effective and economical all evening. And he pads the Doubledays with a comfortable 5-run advantage. Fadovich lines it back to the screen. And it's a full count with 1 out to the left-handed hitting Pios left fielder. Payoff fastball call, strike 3 inside corner. Fadovich disagrees. He's retired for the second out. So with 2 outs and nobody on, that'll bring up Kosei Ogura, center fielder, with an RBI double to deep left center in the bottom, or top half of the 5th inning. Pull back with 2 outs, watch the breaking ball high, 1-0. lefty matchup. Usowski working to the left side of the rubber. Ogura flies it into shallow right field. Charging in and putting it away is DeSando for the final out of a 1-2-3 top half of the 7th inning for Connor Usowski. No runs and no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 9-4 Auburn here on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network. Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th inning. Here from Falcon Park, a new pitcher in the ballgame. The 4th pitcher in the ballgame to come in for the Pioneers. And it's the right-hander Chase Medras slinging it on the right side of the rubber. 6'1", 175 pounds, and attendee of the Metropolitan State University of Denver. And a native of Scottsdale, Arizona. He misses inside. High with a breaking ball at 75 miles an hour. He clips Reeder on the helmet. So Troy Reeder's aboard. The bottom of the 2nd inning. 3rd time in the ballgame that Reeder has reached base. He had a single in the bottom of the 5th. A walk in the bottom of the 1st. Now he's off first base with nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. Pioneers trail by 5 runs. Medras in a righty-on-righty matchup. Kicks and fires to the right-handed hitting center fielder Sam Meyer, who launches a fastball outside for ball 1. Medras sitting at 81 miles an hour. 3 pitches into his effort so far. Knight skips off the catcher Gomesti, who can't find him. He goes to the backstop. Reeder taking a spin around second. He's thinking about going for third, and he's going to get all the way to third base. When it rains, it pours, and it's been that kind of night for the Pioneers. Reeder going from first to third on the pass ball from TJ Gomesti, who couldn't locate it. And just like that, another run 90 feet away for Auburn. Against the 4th Pioneers pitcher, Elmira will bring the infield in with nobody out, and a high fly ball deep to left center field. Going back on the run is Ogura. He'll settle under the warning track, make the catch. Reeder will tag and easily scored on a sacrifice fly off the bat of Sam Meyer. He reached base in the ballgame in 2 of his first plate appearances. Now he drives in a run. RBI sac fly makes it 10-4 Auburn with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. No hits in the inning, but another run is coming to score. Pioneers now trail by a touchdown as the first pitch strays high. A breaking ball at 76 miles an hour to the right-handed hitting left fielder Parker Schwake. Next offering is a fastball high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. With 1 out, bases empty, bottom of the 7th inning. Auburn with a 6-run advantage. Meters fires a swing and a miss with a fastball, 2-1. Schwake in the ball game. An RBI single in the bottom of the 5th. A single in the bottom of the 2nd came around to score. 2-1 from Medris. Catches the outside corner, called strike 2. So 2-2 the count with 1 out to Schwake. And the base is empty. Medris comes set right side of the rubber. Takes a step off to regather with TJ Grimesti. 2-2 outside. And it's a full count to the righty hitting left fielder Schwake. That one lined into right field. It's going to dunk down for a base hit in front of Smith. The first hit of the inning for the Doubledays. It's a single into right field from Schwake. His 3rd hit of the ball game. He's 3 for 4. Led off the 2nd with a single, the RBI single in the 5th, and now a single in the 7th. And that'll bring up Michael G. Martino, the designated hitter, 0 for 3 in the ball game. A strikeout looking against Andrew Jones. Or check that, a strikeout swinging against Jones, looking against Casey Lukowski. And in the bottom of the 5th inning, tapped right back to the mound against the Gresham, Oregon native and righty Julkowski. There's a swing and a miss on a fastball to the designated hitter G. Martino. It's 0-1. 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. Pioneers trail by 6 runs. Schwake with a medium-sized 8-foot lead off of the first base back. 0-1 with 1 out. That in the dirt. Scooped up by Grimesti. 1-1. Medris with 2 looks at first. Kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Fastball outside corner. 1-2. Medris locating his stuff on the outer edge with an 81-mile-an-hour fastball. It'll be a 1-2 count with 1 out. 13 hits in the ballgame for the Doubledays, has manufactured 10 runs. 1-2, missing outside with the fastball's chase. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Doubledays have used 2 pitchers in the ballgame. Pioneers have used 4. Auburn with the victory could improve to 2-1-1 on the season. This is their 4th game. This is the Pioneers' 3rd. Pios will get their 4th tomorrow. Welcoming in Geneva to town. Foul back to the screen. 73-mile-an-hour breaking ball. 9-3 action cut over the middle of the plate. Righty on lefty matchup against the DH G. Martino. Middle infield to double play depth. Esley about 10 feet off the 3rd base bag. Fatovich in and left. Medium depth for the outfield as that one sprayed foul down the first base line up against the warning track out of play. Only 1 hit in the inning, but a run has come in to score. Troy Reeder got hit by a pitch, advanced all the way to 3rd on a pass ball past TJ Grimesti, and then a deep 400-foot sac fly off the end of the bat from center fielder for Auburn and Sam Meyer. Has now brought it back to a 6-run ball game. Or not brought it back, rather given them a 6-run lead. That one lined into right field, shading it, and then dropping in front of him for a base hit. A laser right back into 2nd base as Martiner yields that throw from Cooper Smith, which was a bit of a angry throw from Cooper. It's been that way to start this season. Pioneers in danger of going 0-3, down 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th. First hit of the ball game for G. Martino as Schwake advances into 2nd. 2nd hit of the inning. And that'll bring up the right fielder Giovanni DeCerbo. DeCerbo in the ball game has reached base twice. An RBI single, came around to score in the bottom of the 2nd, and walked in the bottom of the 5th. Well, bat ready on ready matchup versus Medris, with Schwake leading off the 2nd, G. Martino leading off the 1st. First offering from Medris to DeCerbo is a fastball low, 1-0. Majors comes set, long look at second base. Kicks and fires to Cerbo, a high pop-up. Smith's going to charge in from right field, going back from the first base position. Martineau and Gettinger. Gettinger Clyde settles under it, makes the catch, tagging for third. A long throw to Esley, almost in time. A great throw from foul territory, about 100 feet behind the first base bag. A great catch by Gettinger and fires to Esley, nonetheless tagging up and advancing to third base is Parker Schwade. G. Martino stays put at first. Pop up to the first baseman from DeCervo, and that'll bring it back to the top of the batting order with 2 outs and Tyler Vivacqua. Vivacqua in the ballgame has reached base twice, 1 for 3 with a double in the bottom of the 4th. Grounded out and struck out in his other 2 plate appearances. G. Martino's off the first, Schwake off the third. Righty on lefty matchup. Majors kicks and fires, blocked in the dirt. Kicks away from Gramesti, taking off for second base and reaching there safely will be G. Martino. So 2 more runners in scoring position for Vivacqua. The lefty hitting second baseman and leadoff hitter for the Doubledays this evening. So second and third with 2 outs. First offering, or second offering, shall I say, to Vivacqua as a fastball away, 2-0. Majors comes set, kicking from the right side of the river and delivering a strike. Inside corner at the knees, it's 2-1.
What are the specials?
Cervo kicks and fires. That one grounded to second base. Martineau's up with it. And he'll fire the first to Gettinger in time, and the side is retired. 1 run on 2 more hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Let's go to the 8th inning, 10-4 Auburn. On the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network. Welcome back to Falcon Park as we get you set for the top of the 8th inning. Manuel Esley will lead off for the Pioneers, who trail by 6 runs. Second inning of work for Connor Usowski, who delivers a fastball low to the right-handed hitter in Esley, who's had himself a bit of a tough night. Had 2 plays in at third base in which he charged, and one was ruled an infield hit, one was ruled a throwing error on him. Did work a 9-pitch at bat earlier in the game. In the ball game so far for Manny, he struck out and flown out to right field, 0 for 2, as he fouls the next offering from the lefty Usowski off. A 1-1 count with nobody out. Usowski comes set, lefty on righty matchup, kicks and deals, and the breaking ball taken at the knees for a ball from Esley. It's 2-1. Pioneers are 6 outs away from dropping their 3rd consecutive ball game to open up the season. Auburn looking to advance to 2-0 at Falcon Park. 2-1-1 overall. They're 0-1-1 on the road. Had a tie ball game the other night. Lost in a cross-conference matchup to the Oneonta Outlaws at Damashki Field on Tuesday evening. So swing and a miss from Esley. It's 2-2 with nobody out. Usowski kicks and fires, and the fastball off the outside corner. DeCesare threw down to third base. He thought he had strike 3. Home plate umpire says ball 3 instead. So it'll be a full count to Esley with nobody out. 6-run lead for the Doubledays. Usowski comes set left side of the rubber, kicks and fires, and the fastball high to Esley. Manny's aboard for the first time in the ball game as he draws a walk. So it'll be back to the top of the batting order in Ty Martineau, the second baseman. Martineau, the left-handed hitter out of Flagler College against Usowski. And checking on Esley at first base is the aforementioned lefty. In his second inning of work for the Doubledays, relieving Brennan Hillman. Heilman was fantastic in tonight's ball game. 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 6 hits and 4 earned runs, 101 pitches. Incredibly economical considering Elmira drew blood in their first 2 innings, scoring at least a run against the Auburn Southpaw. First offering to Flagler, strays up and in. It's 1-0. Nobody out, top of the 8th. Esley, a medium-sized lead off of first. Cooper Smith on deck for the Pios. This one grounded to the backhand side of shortstop. Sullivan feeds Vivacqua one on to first, not in time. Beating it out is Martineau, so a fielder's choice. Esley's forced out at second base. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Cooper Smith, with 1 on and 1 out. Smith digging in from the right side of the plate. Has reached base once tonight, 0 for 2. Strikeout looking and a fly out to right field. Walked in the top of the 5th inning and was cut down attempting to advance to third base. On a base hit into right field off the bat of TJ Grimesti. Smith's first swing is a foul on Usowski's fastball offering. It's 0-1. Next pitch outside to Smith. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to count. In the top of the 8th inning, a 10-4 lead for Auburn with 1 out. It'll be Smith digging back in. Next offering, a swing and a miss at a high fastball. Cooper down 1-2. Pioneers so far in tonight's ball game have done a good job of making the most of their offensive opportunities. Only have stranded 5 runners on base. 4 runs have come in to score on 6 hits. But the lack of pitching control and defensive woes continue to bite them. Ground ball to second base. It's Vivacqua. Feeds Sullivan 1. Back to first, not in time. Smith beats it out again, so 2 consecutive fielder's choices, but Martineau this time is the one forced at second base. Smith reaches, and with 2 outs, that'll bring up the right-handed hitting catcher, TJ Grimesti, to the dish. Grimesti watches the first offering from Usowski stray outside. It's 1-0. DJ singled in the second Pioneers run of the 5th inning. To conclude, Shane Stoner waits on deck. Shane 0 for 3 in the ball game. Next pitch, Grimesti, a deep drive down the right field line, or left field line, going back, Schwalke, warning track, and that one bounces up against the wall. Rounding third and coming in to score is Cooper Smith, as Schwake had a tough time finding it, And it's a double, RBI double for TJ Gramesti, and the Pios make it 10-5. A high towering fly ball about 320 feet down the left field line took a bounce against the warning track. So for Gramesti, his second RBI of the ball game, second time reaching base. And that'll bring up the lefty hitting Shane Starr. So Gramesti leads off a second. It'll be a lefty-on-lefty matchup, Usowski to Starr. Auburn's bullpen getting a little loose now. 5-run advantage still. 4 more outs in the ball game for the Doubledays to get with a relatively comfortable advantage. First pitch, a breaking ball on the inside corner, taken at the letters by Starr for a called strike one. A 1 to Starr is taken in the dirt. Counts a ball and a strike. 2 outs, top of the 8th. A run home for the Pioneers on a hit in the inning. 5 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors in the ballgame for Elmira. 10 runs on 14 hits and no errors for the Auburn Doubledays. It'll be a 1-1 coming with 2 outs. Fastball outside corner, called strike 2. Starr in the ballgame has struck out looking, struck out swinging, and grounded to second base his last plate appearance, 0 for 3. In danger of going 0 for 4 here. Usowski looking to complete his second inning of work. An earned run across 5 outs. Delivers the 1-2 and just tapped foul on a slow breaking ball. Starr doing his best to stay alive, and he'll live to see another pitch. The night turning to dusk here as the Doubleday fans in attendance starting to get excited. There are a couple kids cheering down below. A fun atmosphere here at Falcon Park. 1-2 inside with the fastball. Missing is Usowski, 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 with 2 outs. Usowski delivers a check swing by Starr. He did not go around, so it's a full count to Shane. After Starr, it'll be Gettinger, the first baseman. Sam Gettinger in the ball game through 3 plate appearances. He's 1 for 3, notched an RBI single for the first Elmira run of the ball game in the top of the first. It'll be a payoff pitch with 2 outs. Long look at second from Usowski, delivers, and a called strike 3. Starr frustrated with himself. Barks as he leaves home plate, and that'll do it for the Pioneers in the top half of the 8th inning. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner stranded on base. We played 7.5 in Auburn, a 6-run lead for the Doubledays on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network. 10-5, the Auburn Doubledays lead here at Falcon Park as we get you set for the bottom half of the 8th inning. And leading it off will be Josh Thompson for the Auburn Doubledays. New pitcher in the ballgame for Elmira. It's the 5th pitcher that the Pioneers have thrown this evening, and it's going to be the southpaw Giovanni Valerio. Valerio, the 3rd left-hander to appear in the ballgame for the Pioneers, misses with a 1-0 breaking ball and now a 2-0 fastball. So it'll be Thompson followed by Sullivan and Kehoe, the 2, 3, and 4 in the Auburn order. There's a cut and a tip in and out of the glove of Grimesti, 2-1. Pioneers with a run at the top of the 8th inning. A loud booming double down the left field line off the bat of the catcher, DJ Grimesti. Look to see what decision Coach Andrew Drum makes going into tomorrow afternoon's ball game with Geneva. Whether he rides the hot offensive hand behind the plate in Grimesti, who threw out another base runner tonight, or he goes back to the rotation of Carl Wagner and Brandon Dowbeck. It'll be a 2-2 with nobody out and the base is empty. Auburn with a 5-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Breaking ball outside corner, called strike 3. Thompson really frustrated with that call as he marches back to the dugout for the first out. Thompson very animated with that called strike 3. In the ball game, Thompson now 1 for 4. 3 consecutive at-bats. He's been retired. Ground ball to second base, shortstop, and now a caught looking. It's Adam Sullivan, the lefty hitting shortstop with 1 out. Valerio fires a strike. It's 0-1. His next offering, a fastball fouled back to the screen. Gio's got him 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 pitch with 1 out. Valerio kicking and firing in the breaking ball inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sullivan. Gio comes set, kicks and rocks from the left side of the rubber. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, top of the zone. Gio's 2nd consecutive strikeout to open up his evening. And just like that, 2 outs and the base is empty here in the bottom of the 8th. So with 2 outs and the base is empty, it'll be up to the righty hitting Kehoe to keep the inning alive for the Doubledays, who have 3 more outs to get in the ball game. 5-run lead, swing and a miss from Kehoe. Valerio's first offering to him, a heater at the top of the zone. Valerio kicking and firing. That one lined into deep right center field. Smith on his horse, going back just in front of the warning track. He'll put it away to retire the side in order. Nice inning for Gio Valerio, who comes in and gets the side in order. 1-2-3. We go to the 9th, and the Doubledays lead 10-5 here on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Last chance for Elmira. It's going to be the 5, 6, and 7 in the Pios order. Sam Gettinger, the right-handed hitter, to lead off against the lefty reliever Connor Usowski going into his 3rd inning of work. Usowski, so far impressive in the ballgame, has limited the Pioneers to just 1 run. He struck out 2, both looking, as the Pioneers are 3 outs away from dropping their 3rd consecutive ballgame to open up 2025. Gettinger, a foul back to the screen. It's 0-2. Gettinger in tonight's ballgame, an RBI single in the 1st. A pop out to the first baseman in the 4th to lead off, and a ground ball to Tyler Vivacqua at second base in the top of the 6th. 0-2 count. Usowski working from the left side of the rubber with nobody out. Kicks and fires the breaking ball. Fouled back to the screen. Staying alive is Gettinger. It remains 0-2. Usowski comes set. Kicks and delivers. A foul back to remain 0-2. While we have time to give a brief shout out, gotta thank this Pioneers travel crew today, including our Assistant General Manager Alex Smith and our public address announcer Julia Benton. Both made the trip here to Auburn today. Makes the team's job easier, my job easier, and overall been a great atmosphere both on the road and at home. Pioneers will hopefully begin to start solving it on the field. Not their best night tonight. Still 7 runs, or 5 hits. Excuse me, got that jumbled up. 5 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors in the ballgame. Gettinger pops this right side, or left side of first base. First baseman Kehoe retreats back, and he'll put it away to retire Gettinger for the first out of the 9th inning. So with 1 out, that'll bring up the lefty hitting DH, Brooks Hicken, in the ballgame. Hicken 1 for 3, singled in the top of the 4th. Lefty on lefty matchup. First at bat against Usowski in the ballgame, and he launches a breaking ball float over the middle of the plate for a called strike. 70-mile-an-hour breaking ball to Usowski. It's 0-1. Usowski's next offering. Hicken sprays it softly, and it takes an odd bounce at shortstop. Handles it off balance throw. Beautiful in time to get Hicken. What a play made by the shortstop, Adam Sullivan. Went to his backhand side, took an awkward hop on the turf to his forehand side, made an off-balance throw, a dart over to the first baseman Kehoe, who was able to hold the bag and put it away for the 2nd out of the 9th inning. So Hicken grounds out to shortstop, and the last hope for the Pioneers in the ballgame is Aiden Grabowski. 10-5 Auburn leads here in the top of the 9th. Lefty on ready matchup. Usowski kicks and fires. Grabowski launches a fastball at the letters off the plate. 1-0. Usowski working quickly out of the windup, kicks and fires. The breaking ball taken in at the knees by Aiden. 2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs and the bases empty. Usowski comes set, kicks and fires a fly ball into right field. Settling under it is DeCervo, and he'll put it away, and the ball game is over. The Auburn Doubledays take this one 10-5, and for the Elmira Pioneers, 3rd time is not the charm. They're back-to-back West Division champion. Elmira Pioneers fall to 0-3 on the infant season. Final line of the ballgame: 5 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors for the Elmira Pioneers. 10 runs on 14 hits and no errors for the Auburn Doubledays. That'll do it for our live coverage on the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network. Be sure to tune in tomorrow afternoon as your Pioneers get set to host the Geneva Red Wings from Dunfield. Our live coverage begins with the pregame show at 3:45 with first pitch happening shortly after 4. Once again, thank you to all who tuned in. The final score from Auburn and Falcon Park 10-5. The Doubledays defeat the Pioneers this evening. For Val Hudson and the Elmira Pioneers Baseball Network, I'm saying so long and good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
My voice is gone.